guys get down there, they can't return the pump because of the hang time. So they've done a good job of that this year and getting better throughout the year.
All right, you're listening to the Ray's Auto Body Coaches Bench Show. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ray's Body Shop is the name you know and trust. The first place to go when it happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG Enviro-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mountain Road, Athens, 745-9529.
Welcome back to the Ray's Auto Body Coaches
You've been listening to the Coach's Voice, a pregame interview with head football coach Bo Cagle, sponsored by Ray's Auto Body, Rocky Mount Road, Athens. Stand by. McMinn County Cherokee football is next on 101.7 WJSQ and WLAR.
WJSQ FM 101.7 WLAR AM 1450 Athens.
McMinn County Cherokees football on WJSQ and WLAR is brought to you by Star Regional Medical Center, All Things Exterior, Osmond Flooring, Simmons Bank, Madison Avenue Pharmacy, Companion Funeral Home, Iwasee Builder Supply, L&M Motors, Tennessee Wesleyan University, Capstar Bank, Plaza Electronics and Appliances, and Athens Insurance. And now with tonight's play-by-play, here's Terry Patrick.
Good evening and welcome to the TSSAA playoffs at Cherokee Stadium in Athens, Tennessee, where tonight we bring you a second-round matchup between the Oak Ridge Wildcats and the McMinn County Cherokees. This is the 35th meeting between the two schools, a series that began in 1949 with Oak Ridge holding a 28-6 advantage over the Cherokees. However, since 2008, these teams have split 8 games, each team winning 4 games. I'm Terry Patrick. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play, and I want to bring in Jared Wright, who will bring the color commentary tonight. Jared, a lot of history between these two teams, but the players on the field tonight are focused in on tonight's 48 minutes of football.
It should be an outstanding high school football game. Everything, as I know Coach Cagle talked about, everything you expect a tournament or a playoff high school football game to be like, especially in the second round.
Yep.
Oak Ridge definitely has been a historical team that's been good, and you got to imagine revenge for some of those guys that were here last year. They're thinking that in the back of their head against this McMinn County team that knocked them off here at home.
I know Coach Cagle talked about, and in fact, Coach Cummings also talked about this on his coach's show. It's going to be a physical game. The team that comes out and wins that physicality tonight likely going to be the winner. Well, statistician Terry Stansel is in the press box as well. He's going to join us at halftime with stats and comments about the first half. Also at halftime, Jared will spend a few minutes live with Cherokee head basketball coach Randy Casey, and he's going to share a little about their season ahead. And while he's here to cheer on the football team, he's ready to get a few players off the gridiron and onto the basketball court, I'm sure. Well, Oak Ridge plays out of Region 3 5A. They're 6-5 overall, 4-1 in region play this year. The Wildcats have wins at South Doyle, at Campbell County, and then home wins versus Clinton, Lenoir City, Karnes, and Ray County. Jared, I followed just a little bit of social media this week, and things were getting a little bit chippy. The Wildcats would love to avenge last season's first-round loss to the Cherokees. We'll come back in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we will come back with more comments about the game.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day, and thank you for letting us play this season of football. I pray for safety and good sportsmanship over the players, coaches, and fans. Let us be thankful no matter what happens tonight. Let us bring honor to your name in everything we do. In your name, amen.
We bought a brand new.
Solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Thanks. Remember, FDIC.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, Jared, you and I were talking just about to get into this. There's been some chatter this week, and I was just going to say the Wildcats would love nothing better than avenge that 24-17 loss a year ago.
They would, and they know that if they can do that, they've already got their eyes set on most likely what we would think to play out a rematch with Powell, their region rival. So they're a fundamentally sound football team. That program up there at Oak Ridge has been. So I expect, hopefully not a lot of flags on the field tonight, but we shall see. But two good teams going at it here tonight.
Let's talk about that field just a little bit. Of course, it rained all day today. I mean, it just a steady rain right up till about 3 o'clock. I actually saw the sun pop out just for a few minutes.
It did.
But that field is wet tonight. It's going to be sloppy out there.
It is. And as we were talking about pregame down there, you got the chance to walk on the field a little bit. And Oak Ridge plays on all turf. I know you and Coach Cagle talked about it. That's a huge advantage for McMinn. At least they're familiar with it. But the defenses for both teams are going to struggle tonight because they have to be solid in what they're going to do. Offensive players know where they're going to make a cut and where they're going to go. So anytime the field's wet, the advantage goes to the offensive side of the ball. So both defenses will be really tested tonight.
Well, McMinn County, of course, plays out of Region 4 5A. They are 9-2 overall, 4-0 in the region. The Cherokees are now riding a 7-game win streak. I think you have to go all the way back to September the 8th, the last time that the Cherokees lost a football game. And that was when they were defeated by Bradley Central 42-24. Jared, I think one exciting thing for the Cherokees, they're getting some key players a little more healthy as each week passes by.
They are, and it's kind of been one of those. It's kind of been up and down on who's playing and what week and if they're 100%. So hopefully Cherokees can get everybody involved tonight. Use a lot of the different weapons they have offensively and defensively. That's the one thing defense has really stepped up during that 7-game streak, and so hopefully they can continue that action tonight as well.
Well, I see something down on the field I absolutely want to make note of. The captains have made their way out onto the field, and I see big number 65 out there, Luke Chenard. And Luke has been sick for several weeks. He's been battling an illness. He's been unable to get his strength to where he can actually get back out on the football field. But by gollies, he's out there as a captain, not dressed, folks, but he's out there serving as captain. That's going to fire this team up, I think.
It is, and I know those guys standing beside him, especially Aiden Wilson, Caden Hester, a couple other seniors. I mean, those guys, that's kind of part of this nucleus of this team, along with Landon Fagans. It's got to pump them up, and it's good for Luke to be out here as well.
And the Oak Ridge Wildcats now making their way onto the field. Their captains tonight, Elijah Israel, Brandon Hayward, Jai Hunley, and Brian Kelly. Captains for McMinn, Caden Hester, Luke Chenard, Landon Fagans, and Aiden Wilson. Let's take a look at the starting lineup.
All right, real quick for Oak Ridge on offense, left tackle will be 68, Cooper Williams. Left guard, 55, Parker Searle. Center will be 78, Jermaine Blair. Right guard is 56, Austin Hill. Right tackle is 59, Lane Malcody. Quarterback will be 14, Ethan Garza. Running back will be number 7, Jaya Hunley, or 22, Javis Dozier. Wideouts include 13, Brendan Hayward, 11, Connor Cummings, and 8, Izzy Mitchell. Defensively, they'll play a 3-4. It'll be at the ends, 43, Tyler Pickens, and 53, Elijah Bradley. Nose guard will be 60, Tim Walters. Linebackers include 20, Vashawn Knowles, 33, Brian Kelly, 6, Terrence Anthony, 23, Grayson Hope, 13, Brandon Hayward will play cornerback as well as wide receiver. Number 1, Elijah Rogers will be the other cornerback. Safeties include number 10, Price Davis, and 27, Dallas Friend. Place kicking will be handled by 54, Brennan Pearson. Field goals will be 15, David Wilson. And long snapper will be Price Palmer, number 80. And the holder will be number 4, Nehemiah Elmore. On the other side for the Cherokees, it'll be left tackle 77, Camden Goforth, 6'3", 260 freshman. Left guard 61, Eli Patton, 6'2", 269-pound junior. Center will be 62, Genoa Robinson, 5'11", 287-pound junior. Right guard is 53, J.C. Falls, 5'11", 230-pound junior. Right tackle 58, Ace Cagle, the 6 foot, 211-pound freshman.
Hey, I'll interrupt you, Jared. Here come the Cherokees making their way. And on Veterans Day, once again, they are led out by the American flag. First, they're led out by Landon Fagans. But great to see that American flag on Veterans Day lead this team out onto the field.
That was Chase Vaughn carrying that American flag for the team. I think they rotate that each week. But quarterback will be 16, Caden Hester, 6'2", 150-pound senior. Tailback number 9, Jaden Miller, 6'1", 193 senior. Wideouts include 28, Dakota Thompson, 5'6", 129-pound sophomore. 3 seniors, number 8, Cole Pryor, 6 foot, 156. Luke Hensley, number 3, 5'9", 150. And Grady Prince, number 1, 6 foot, 166. Defensively, the Cherokees will go a 4-3. It'll be at the ends 57, Caden Melton, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. And 19, Josh Rouse, 6 foot, 188-pound junior. Interior, on the defensive tackles, it'll be 55, Jackson Montgomery, 5'11", 205 sophomore, 99 Aiden Wilson, 6 foot, 220 senior. Linebackers include 44 Luke Slager, number 4 Nolan Brown, 41 Landon Fagans. Cornerbacks include number 7 Davion Evans, number 3 Luke Hensley. Miller will play safety, and along with Ethan Faulkner, number 26. And of course, Spencer Sullins will handle the kicking duty, and it looks like he's got it teed up.
He has it teed up. Okay, and the Cherokees won the toss. They've deferred to the second half, so they're going to choose to kick off, and we're ready for football. Here's Spencer Sullins coming and kicking a ball down inside the 10, actually taken right at the 10-yard line. Here's the return man up over the 25-yard line, may have fought his way up to the 27. And just right off the bat, Jared, just watching, nothing looked real fast right there.
No.
I mean, this field is going to slow some guys down just a little bit, I believe.
They've all been through warm-ups, but until you get out there on game speed, it's going to be a little tedious kind of trying to get your footing. And as the field wears down through the game, it's going to change the dynamic as well.
The Wildcats are in their traditional scarlet helmets, white jerseys with scarlet numerals and scarlet pants. I'm calling that scarlet. It may be more of a maroon.
That's what they call it, a scarlet.
Scarlet. And the Cherokees are in their home all black. Black helmets, black shirts trimmed in yellow, black numbers, and black pants. Here's a give right up the middle. The running back is going to fight forward maybe for about 3 yards. He's going to be up close to the 30-yard line. And that was Dozier. Yeah, up. They got 2 backs back there, Dozier and Hunley. And he did fight his way up to the 30-yard line, and they're quickly back on the ball. This time it's going to be, I think that's Dozier again. Nope, that's Hunley. And he gets pushed back, although he fights his way up to the 35.
2 big physical backs right there that are going to give men everything they got.
That's exactly right. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. And they have one receiver, I think that's Hayward, that's coming to the near side of the field. Brandon Hayward, 2 backs in the backfield. There's some movement, and we'll see what the call is. It kind of looked like both teams moving it simultaneously, so we'll see. This is a big call. Offsides.
Wow.
And they are going to get offsides on the Cherokees. That's going to cost them 5 yards, and more importantly, it cost them the first down. So the ball moved up to the 40 with the penalty. I thought that might go against us there because teams, they just move simultaneously. And I imagine those offensive linemen are able to move and protect themselves if the defense is coming across. And in high school football, they only have to break the plane. I mean, in the neutral zone.
Well, and part of that, they sent a guy in motion, and our guys kind of jumped, I think is what got it.
Yeah. Here's a give over left tackle. He's going to fight forward for 2 yards, and that is Hunley again. That's pretty well played by the Cherokees right there. They are running an H-back back there, or tight end. It's kind of a tight end. It's Brian Kelly, but he's really lining up as an H-back. So they have 3 backs in the backfield. Here comes Dozier now, trying to find some running room. The Cherokees trying to tackle him down. It took 2 or 3 guys. They met him at the line of scrimmage, but he fought forward for another couple of yards. He's going to be up to the 44-yard line, and here we are again on 3rd down. This time it's 3rd down and 6.
Both Dozier and Hunley listed under 6 foot, but both of them 195, and that might be on the soft scale there. Those 2 backs look very physical.
So a big 3rd down and 6 right here. Now two backs in the backfield. It's a passing situation. Now Garza looking to the sideline. He's their quarterback, getting the call from the sideline. He's straight back to pass. He's looking to the right side. It's tipped up in the air.
Outstanding job defensively.
And was that Josh Rouse getting a hand up? Was it tipped before it made it to a linebacker?
I believe it was Rouse, although Jaden Miller looked like he had come up right there and got it. But either way, they get it deflected.
Yeah, a deflected pass. We saw a lot of that 2 weeks ago at Ottawa, not so much last week against Campbell County, but that's big right there.
And something about this quarterback that I'm going to try to pay attention to is he's not known for getting out of the pocket. So if you do get a quarterback like that, if McMinn's defense, they flushed a lot of quarterbacks out of the pocket this year, but a lot of them have been very mobile.
Ooh, here is a punt, and it's going to be fair caught by Luke Hensley. He's going to be inside the 20-yard line, and that's where the Cherokees are going to take over 1st and 10. We'll get an exact marking here. I think it's going to be at the 18-yard line. So
defense holds.
Yeah, nice job by the defense to hold right there, force the punt. And they didn't really exactly, what I would say, flip the field at all.
No.
1st down and 10. Actually, they're going to call it the 17. Here is a handoff straight up the middle to Miller, but he's met behind the line of scrimmage, probably going to lose a yard back to the 16. He might have fought back to the 17. I guess they're going to give him that. So no gain for McMinn on 1st down. I hope he did lose. Yeah.
A couple of yards.
Yeah, he did. So it's 2nd down. We'll call it 2nd down and 11. Hester in the backfield with Miller. Luke Hensley flanked out. I think that's Smith to the far left. Here's Cam Miller coming in motion to the near side. Here is a handoff again. Miller looking for some running room. He's going to be up to about the 20-yard line.
Miller on the carry.
And that's something that McMinn, they're going to be very patient, try to just work it back up and down the field. And Miller's going to take a lot of hits tonight. Any back is going to take a lot of hits because don't expect either team to try to air it out too much.
And it's 3rd down and 8, and they're in a kind of a precarious situation here. They're somewhat back in their own territory. I don't know. They do pass to Hensley over the middle. He's going to be up close to the 25 where he caught it, but that's going to be short of the 1st down by about 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Cherokees.
Just got behind the chains early after a busted play. And
so a punting situation, Sullins into punt. He's already kicked off, and he's right back in there to offer up a punt. The return man for Oak Ridge standing at his own 34-yard line. And there's movement on the right side, and that's going to cost the Cherokees 5 more yards. Not what we're looking for. The out receiver, cover man, I guess you would call him, took off a little early. So that's going to cost them. It's going to move the ball back to the 20-yard line with the penalty. There's no score, 7 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the 1st quarter of this round 2 TSSAA playoff game. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Gets good protection. It's going to be a kind of an end-over-end kick. Hits at about the 50. Going to take a McMinn roll inside the 40, still rolling to about the 36-yard line. So a nice punt by Sullins helps turn the field just a little bit, although Oak Ridge will take over in good field position at their own 36, Jared.
They will, and McMinn Oak Ridge is probably sitting there thinking, okay, we didn't give up a big play that McMinn's known for right there. We kind of held them in check. Now McMinn's defense is back out there knowing they just held their offense in check, so we'll see what they can do.
It's kind of like 2 heavyweights filling their way out in the 1st round. I mean, nobody accomplished too much right there. So Garza brings his team out. He's got Dozer in the backfield. He's got Brian Kelly there as the H-back. He's going to be a handoff to Dozer, looking for some running room up the middle. He's met, but he drags a couple of Cherokees about 3 or 4 yards. He's up over the 40 to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Just a big north-south runner right there and just bears down and goes with it.
I mean, they hit him coming through the line of scrimmage there, but he's just a hard guy to bring down. So they have Dozier back there. Hunley is now split to this near side. And we might have jumped. Yep, it is a false start. It is a false start. Good call there, Jared.
One's going to go
I'll tell
the
you,
other
our
way.
guys react so quickly when they see that movement, any kind of movement. They were back there. The McMinn players were back there quickly, but that's going to cost Oak Ridge 5 yards, so they're going to march it back to the 37-yard line. And we'll take all of those they want to give us. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 9. 6:53 to go in the first quarter. No score with Oak Ridge and McMinn County. Second round playoff game. Garza in the backfield. Man goes in motion. It's a fake. They're going to look to throw. It's deep down the field, and it is going to be knocked away. Davion Evans was there in coverage. I'll tell you what, he was at a disadvantage in height, but he got up just at the right time, timed it perfectly, and knocked it away.
He has battled some tall receivers all year, and he's not back down from the challenge. He's a very physical defensive back, and he's really put on a lot of muscle in the offseason for basketball and football. And that's Hayward. I'm pretty sure they're tall, or I think it was Hayward.
And it looks like we've got another false start, so maybe that play never even counted. Oh, no. No, they're declining it.
Okay.
No, we're declining that penalty. Going to take the play. So they need to.
3rd and 9.
Yeah, that was an odd call there. No, you're not going to. The official doesn't know what. We declined it. He's trying to march it off. We'll take it if they want to give us 5, but I think it goes right back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 9. And they need to change the yard. There we go. 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
It's playoffs.
And this is going to be a reverse coming back to the near side. No one is over here, but we got a flag down. Runner is inside the 35, inside the 30, knocked down at about the 22-yard line. But there is a flag way back at the 34-yard line. I think this one's going to come back, Jared.
It's coming back.
What'd you see there?
Blindside block. Caden Melton had made the spin move to try to give chase to number 3. It was Monty Rembert just kind of got laid out blindside, so that one's going to come back.
Rembert was on the carry. It was a reverse. It was set up well. They were going to have a big gain right there. No one was at home on the near side of the field for the Cherokees. But nonetheless, this is going to cost them. They're bringing this one back. So really the first big call goes the Cherokees' way.
And that one was just plain as day. There's nobody kind of shielding the side judge from seeing that one and throws the flag. We've not seen that called too much this year.
No, and it was right on the Cherokee sideline too. So I'm sure there was some players and coaches being sure that the official saw that. So they're going to mark this off. The flag was on the 34, and I think it's going to be 15 yards. Well, they're going to take it back to the 21-yard line with the penalty. Wow.
Back them up big time.
Really backs them up there. So now you've got a 3rd down, and it's looking like about 26. Got to get up to the 46-yard line. Wow. 3rd down and 26. You just can't let anybody get behind you right here. Got 26 yards to work with.
They don't have everybody on the field that they want out there, so Oak Ridge is going to burn one.
Oak Ridge is going to take a timeout right here. With the timeout, we'll take a 30-second break. There's no score, 6:10 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Now's the best time to take precautions against the flu. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned health mart pharmacy, has both the standard flu vaccine and the new high-dose flu vaccine recommended for patients age 65 and older. You may have weaker immune system with a twindemic of both COVID-19 and flu infection. This is also a good time. 9-5-800 Madison Avenue Pharmacy. 9-600 Friday, 9-1 on Saturday, 10-01 West Madison Avenue Bathroom. Health Mart. Take the time to listen and to care.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score between McMinn County and Oak Ridge. Two teams kind of filling each other out here in the first quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and 26 for the Wildcats of Oak Ridge.
And they called the timeout because they only had 2 or 3 wide receivers. They now get Hayward, who pretty sure is their at least a Tennessee recruit that they're looking at. So that's our big receiver.
He's going to give them some room right here. They're going to throw to a receiver over the middle. We just need to make a good tackle right here, and they slam him down about the 27-yard line. Not nearly enough for the first down.
And that was Hayward.
That was Hayward, but across the middle.
He came on a little drag route there from the slot, and I guess they were just going to let him try to create something, or maybe just playing to give their punter some more room right
So
there.
a ball up to the 27, it turns out that's just a gain of 6 yards on the play. We'll take Hayward moving horizontally all night.
Yes.
Figured they would go deep with him. Hensley and Davion Evans back to receive the punt. They're standing at their own 40-yard line. Here's a chance. And here's a blocked punt. It's blocked. I think that's Melton. The ball is recovered inside the 5-yard line. A first big special teams play right here by the Cherokees.
Those can be game changers right there in Caden Melton. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be his second on the year, or I might be going back to last year. And,
well, you know, he recovered a blocked punt
that's what it was,
for a touchdown earlier in the year. Big break here for the Cherokees. They're going to have the ball inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
And that is huge right there. And just a momentum changer right there. Here is a give up the middle, and Jaden Miller has the ball back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him that much. But they are keying on him big time. You can almost expect another quick pass play here, or you can expect Hester to pull it back out and run it. Need to get some point. Need a touchdown right here. Need a touchdown out of 1st and goal at the 4 for sure. And I'll be honest, McMinn's offense has been very patient over the last several games where they've gone to Jaden Miller and defenses have keyed in.
Yep.
Then they start spreading it around. Then it just opens Miller up.
Here's Hester. He fakes to Miller, and he's going to pick up at least a yard down to the 3-yard line. So it's going to bring up a big 3rd down. Could be at the, it's going to be at the 3, I guess. Probably just inside the 3. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score, but the Cherokees are threatening here.
Heavy package. Heavy package.
Talking about it, yep. They're calling for it, and here they come. And I got to believe they might be thinking we're going to do it twice.
4 down territory, I agree.
4 down territory. They're just going to try to push it over right here, I believe. They'll get in tight. Here we go. It's 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Pryor split to the left side. They're going to hand off to Miller. He's going to try to fight his way down through there. Nothing there. In fact, he loses back to the 4-yard line, and now do you just get some points?
After that one, you might have to, just the way they're just locking down that middle of the field.
They're bowing up, but here we go. Hester comes into the huddle. Or will they try to draw them off right here, or we got a play we're going to call? Still got the heavy package in.
Maybe a little play action. Throw it out to Pryor.
Look like here's Hester rolling. He's got a receiver. He's going to try to get in the end zone. He hits the pylon. That ought to be a touchdown. It is. The official took his time calling that. He dove towards the pylon, hit the pylon. He was looking for a receiver in the end zone. He may have had him, but it was going to have to be a perfect throw. There was some coverage back there. He chose to run it. That's a big play, Jared.
It is. Everybody down in front of us are screaming, throw it, because Aiden Wilson came off a block and was open there momentarily, it looked like, but the angle, he might have had a hard time getting it over the defender. So, hey,
man, what a big
Hester
play.
Makes a play, gets to the pylon.
It's a big play to go up 6-0 with 3:59. They're lined up for the extra point. A little bit of confusion. They're lined up in the traditional extra point formation now. Hester holding. Here's the kick. Somebody jumped through there and blocked it. And I don't think you can return that. So another block kick. We block a punt. They block the extra point. So someone just shot through the line of scrimmage to block that extra point. 3:59 to go in the first quarter. McMinn County leads 6-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families since opening their doors in 2017. If you thought about making pre-arrangements to take the burden off your family and make sure your wishes are carried out when the time comes, they'll treat you with respect and assist you with the process as though you're a member of their own family. They also accept pre-arrangements from other funerals. For a no-obligation consultation, give Robbie Cody a Companion Funeral Home a call at 423-453-2302 or stop by 400 South.
Hiawassee Builders Supply has been a part of our community for over 60 years. Hiawassee started in 1958 with a humble store on the square in downtown Athens and a lumber yard located on top of Depot Hill. They've grown ever since. Success should never be selfish. That's why the folks at Hiawassee believe their business has not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to contribute to the successful growth of the community in which we live and work. Hiawassee Builder Supply is proud to support our local schools and student athletes.
Welcome back to Cherokee Stadium. Sullins tees it up and kicks it through the end zone. So Oak Ridge is going to have it first down and 10 at their own 20. That's exactly where we want them. So a big play, Jared. Fourth down, the decision's made to go for it. 4th and 4 that's a tough call right there. But Hester makes the right decision, rolls to his right, has to dive.
As soon as the ball hits a pylon, it's a touchdown 90% of the time. So.
Yep. So double backs in the backfield, and now Dozier comes in motion. They're going to hand off to Hunley off the right side. Pretty well played by the Cherokee. He's going to pick up 2 or 3 yards.
Melton getting out there off the end, able to shed the block and get him with help from Fagans coming.
Actually up to the 24, so they do pick up 4 yards. One of those teams that when they run and you get them down, but you look down, they've gotten 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, because their backs fall forward for at least 2 of those.
It's kind of like our guys, really.
Yep.
Cherokee's getting lined up here. Here's a pass to the left side. It's going to fall incomplete. He had a receiver out there open, probably had some running room in front of him, but it falls incomplete.
I think a lot of Cherokee fans upset maybe a little extra blocking out to the out of bounds against Luke Hensley.
Yep.
And they trying to get the flag on Luke's behalf there.
So 3rd down and 6. Need to change that down marker again. Still says 2nd down.
Give us a remote up here. We'll take care of it
for you. It's 3rd down and 6. 3:23 to go in the first quarter. Back to passes Garza. He's looking under a little bit of pressure. He's going to be complete to Hunley, but he's going to be short. He falls down short of the first down. We had a linebacker that kind of shot through there close to being in a situation for an interception. The ball's marked at the 28. It's going to be 4th down and 2, and here comes the punt team for Oak Ridge.
And they, McMinn got some backside pressure. I don't know that Garza was feeling it, but they were bearing down on him, and the throw came out a little wobbly. But I think that's why Hunley had to really adjust to be able to catch that one, and luckily it was short of the first down marker.
Jared, how about the Oak Ridge punter? Brennan Pearson, 6'5", 250.
I wonder if he plays basketball for him, too.
Yeah. Wow, he just booted one, and it's going to be taken by Davion Evans at the 28. He's at the 30. He's looking for some running room. He's retreating backwards now. Usually not a good idea, but he finds some running room. He's going to try to get back out close to the 30, but he took a hard hit before he got there.
Got a block maybe in the back here on the near side away from the play.
Yeah, I thought I saw a flag go down.
Well, the official that marks where they catch the punt from, he originally pulled the yellow flag out and realized he had the wrong one, so he threw the beanbag marker out, but then the side judge got the block in the back.
Yep, block in the back. Yep. Well, I'll tell you, when a return man starts going in different directions like that, boy, it becomes easier to have that happen. The flag is at the 31-yard line, and I think they'll take it back 10. So Cherokee's not terrible field position there. They're going to take it over 1st and 10 at their 21-yard line.
You'd rather it happen on the return versus getting behind the chains here to start.
So here is a run up the middle again with Jaden Miller, and he just has not been able to find any space just yet. Oh, that was Cody Thompson. My bad. Cody Thompson sneaking back into that backfield lineup now. Haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, and good to see him back there. It's we'll give him 1 up to the 22. It's 2nd down and 9. So Cody Thompson is your running back there with Hester. Straight, looking to pass. Now he's going to have to scramble, and he falls down. Just slips.
And turf.
That's the wet ground. He was rolling to his right and just slid down. Now we got a little extracurricular activity, but they break it up. So he falls down at the 13-yard line. Loses 9 on the play. That's tough. So it's going to be 3rd and 17.
Credit that one to the field monster.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see Oak Ridge get a few of those. So Hester in the backfield with Cody Thompson. Thompson straight up the middle finds a little bit of running room over the 15, but not much more to the 16, and it's going to be 4th down again. So net loss of 5 yards on that drive on the first 3 plays, and now it brings up a punting situation again, and this time it looks like Oak Ridge is set to have some pretty good field position. That's Hayward that's back to return the punt. He's standing at his own 40-yard line. Need a good one by Spencer right here. Waiting for the snap. 4th down and 16. Here's the snap. They're coming after him. He gets it off barely.
They hit him. There it is.
Man, they get a call back there as well. The crowd and the coaching staff had to beg for it, but I think we're going to get a call of running into the punter or 15-yard penalty. You know, if it's 15 yards, it's going to be like 4th and 1 or something like that. It's going to be close.
It's a first personal foul, so
it'll be an automatic first down. So erase the punt. We'll take the personal foul penalty there. 24 seconds to go here in the first quarter. McMinn continues to lead 6-0, and I think they're going to retain possession here. That's a big break.
That's credit to the special teams there.
Yep.
And it sure was. Oak Ridge players can get upset with it, but you've got to give him room. And
well, yeah, as I said, they were coming at him from all sides there. But it's going to be 1st down and 10. The ball is going to be marked at the 29-yard line.
So
we will take it.
It's a good second wind right there for the Cherokees to try to come away with this one.
Yeah, and already penalties costing Oak Ridge tonight. They had a long run called back on an illegal block, and now running into the punter, a personal foul. I think that's Jaden Miller back in the game. They're going to not hand off to him. Hester keeps, found a little bit of running room, and then here's a late flag again. So the ball's up to the 36-yard line, but a flag was thrown in. It's going to be holding against the Cherokees. Tough break right there. That was one of the better runs we had gotten off tonight. And they'll figure this out. They'll figure out what they got to do to run the football. They're going to march this one back inside the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 20. It'll still be 1st down, but it's going to be 1st down and 19. Here's the snap. Back to pass is Hester. A lot of people coming in. It's knocked up in the air, and the ball falls to the ground. 4 Wildcats had a chance to catch it. It was a screen, a middle screen, and our receiver could not make his way to the ball. At least 4 Wildcats got a finger on it or a hand on it, couldn't bring it in. It falls to the ground. Another break for the Cherokees right there.
Their eyes got pretty big on that one, and they were fighting each other for it.
They were.
When you get 4 linemen up there fighting for it, that's not a good recipe.
I thought it was going to be a pretty good play call because the linemen were coming in hard, and he throws it over the lineman, but they had a linebacker stay back, played it well. So that didn't work. 2nd down and 19. Now Hester rolls to his left. He's going to throw downfield. It's going to be overthrown to Luke Hensley. He wasn't open anyway. Probably a good decision to overthrow the football.
It had some zip on it too right there.
Yeah, it did, and he's throwing against his body. Ball sitting at the 20. It's 3rd down. Got to get all the way to the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 19. Jaden Miller in the football game at running back. Hester, the quarterback. Grady Prince in the near side. He's a receiver. Hensley is out there. Smith is out there. Going to roll to the left again. Now they're going to give back to Jaden Miller. He's got some running room over the 35 to the 40, inside the 50 to the 40. He's inside the 35-yard line. What a nice play call.
That is a perfect draw play right there. A little tailback draw on 3rd and long. Huge pickup.
And, it's almost like the play before was just a setup play because they rolled to the left side with Hester. On the play before, he overthrows the receiver. They roll again to Hester, but he hands to Miller coming back the opposite way, and nobody from Oak Ridge was at home.
No, and just luckily no flags on the ground either. That's what I was looking for on some of those blocks, but good play call.
That's going to be the quarter. I think the ball is going to be inside the 30. We're going to take a 30-second break. At the end of the first quarter, McMinn County leads Oak Ridge 6-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee Athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in
They've got it first down and 10 at the Oak Ridge 32-yard line. Big play, Jared.
Outstanding play. And it's not one of those you think about on 3rd and long. You think teams are going to go back there and throw it, and it sold them.
Well, it really did. McMinn County is back out onto the field, looking to the sideline for the play call. Hester is in there. Now Cody Thompson's back in. He moves him to the left. He's going to hand to Thompson up the middle. He's got just a little bit of running room. Might have fought his way to the 31. He's only going to have a pickup of 1 yard. I tell you, it's tough sledding running up the middle.
And it's sledding a lot of times when they're running tonight.
That's true.
Truth be told, but
you can already see the middle of the football field turning brown. I mean, they're already in one quarter are beginning to chew it up. Here's Hester. Again, moves Thompson to the left side. He's going to hand off to Thompson again. Thompson's inside the 30. Might have fought his way to about the 29, maybe the 28. We'll see where they mark it. 29 is where they're going to put it. Well, I think we'll call it the 28. Let's give him the 28, pickup of 3. And so it's a big 3rd down and 6 right here. 3rd down and 6.
Putting together a long drive right here.
Yep.
Got it at least, including all the penalties, 11th play, I think. So, into double figures on the play count.
That's huge. That's all right. Need to end with some points here. Big 3rd down and 6 call right here. Back to pass. Hester now looks to the side. It falls incomplete. Was looking for Smith on a little slant there. He had to go to the ground to try and catch it, and it's no good. So here comes Spencer Sullins, and let's see if he is in a punting situation or a field goal.
I would think this is definitely in his range, yeah.
Yep. So Hester going to stay in there after the pass goes incomplete. Of course, we had the blocked extra point, so hope we've made some adjustments there to keep those Oak Ridge Wildcats out of there. Ball set at the 35. It's a 45-yard field goal attempt. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. It's going to be close. Falls just short. So it is no good. So 10:43 to go in the second quarter. McMinn still leads it 6-0. We're going to stay right here. It was right on target, just didn't quite have enough legs.
No, and it could be he is kicking off the turf instead of off a tee, so footing, something like that. Maybe even what we would call in the golfing world a little chunkage on the wedge there, foot wedge. So,
and you're also while they're trying to keep those balls dry, you could be kicking a little bit heavier ball as well. Okay, Oak Ridge takes over at their own 20. Garza in there getting the call from the sideline. He's got Hunley back there with him now. 2 wideouts to the left. Now one comes in motion. They're going to hand it to him. Coming around the right side, pretty well played by the Cherokees. They take him down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5 yards.
That was Hayward. So from that wideout position, going to try to make him a little dangerous on the outside.
Yeah, obviously they are trying to find ways to get him the ball for sure.
Their time. They're definitely not a hurry-up offense. I did watch a little bit of their Ray County game with last week in the playoff game, and their commentators made the comment about Ray County sprinting to the line was different.
Yeah,
yep,
it was different. Back to passes. Garza over the middle. He has a receiver open, and that's going to be Connor Cummings on a little slant pattern. It's complete for the first down up to the 36-yard line.
It's only the 4th total first down of this ball game, and 2 of them have come from penalties, 1 for either team.
So 1st and 10 at the 36. 9 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in the second quarter. McMinn leads it 6-0. This is a battle.
It is.
This is going to be a battle. Garza in the backfield. Runner comes in motion. They're going to hand off to Hundley. Off tackle, he kind of gets tripped up. I think that was Malachi Nunez that was in the backfield, kind of tripped him up, but he fell forward for several yards. He's up to the 42-yard line. Actually, a gain of 6. Looked like he fell for 4 of it.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you on that one.
So Hundley is the back in the backfield, along with Garza, the quarterback. 2, actually 3 receivers split to the left side. Could be a passing down for them on 2nd and only 4. Yep, back to pass. They're going to look deep down the sideline. Hensley is there in coverage. Great coverage. The ball's overthrown. It's an incomplete pass.
Good defense there. McMinn was almost getting some pressure in the backfield. Caden Melton, Josh Rouse on the ends are just fighting this offensive line for Oak Ridge, trying to get back there.
It was Will Presley for Oak Ridge streaking down the sideline, but Luke Hensley was step for step with him, and the ball was slightly overthrown. It wasn't open. It's 3rd down and 4. Big opportunity right here for this Cherokee defense. Need a big play right here. They've made them all year long. Garza and Hundley in the backfield. And the ball is fumbled, and the quarterback's going to have to just dive and get down on it. He was kind of running to his left before he really secured the football. And again, there's your wet football, wet field kind of mistake.
Yeah. And Jackson Montgomery was the closest Cherokee trying to get there. Now, him and Caden Melton are talking about the trench that Jackson Montgomery's right foot took out of the field right there. So he was trying to slide to get the ball.
Ball back to the Oak Ridge 33. That brings up 4th and 13. So now they're in a punting situation. Here's that big punter, Brennan Pearson, 6'5", 250. He is a man out there. I'm telling you, they're coming after the punt again. They don't get it, but there's no penalty or anything. The ball bounces about the 30. It just falls and stops at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Cherokees are going to take over at their own 35. That's pretty good field position, Jared.
It is. Just got to get the momentum back on the Cherokee side a little bit. Defensively, they've been playing a good game, hung in there after a big first down pickup by Oak Ridge, but now it's McMinn's turn to try to put some more points on the board.
Yep, Cody Thompson in at running back. Hester's your quarterback still. Grady Prince split out to the right side. I think Cole Pryor is one of your receivers. There's 3 receivers split to the near side. Davion Evans goes in motion into the backfield. He's going to settle in right there. We haven't seen Davion in the backfield yet. Here's a handoff to Cody Thompson up the middle. And I tell you, everybody came in on him. And Davion Evans, I promise you, they saw that no one was in front of him coming around the right side there. They may go back to that. Here comes Jaden Miller back into the game for Thompson.
And that defensive front for Oak Ridge, I mean, they're just physical inside.
Yeah, no gain on the play, by the way. It's still at the 35, 2nd down and 10. Now Jaden Miller in the backfield with Hester. And they're sneaking up, putting a lot of guys up there.
They're going 8 in the box now, close enough to the box.
And here, no, it's a fake to Davion Evans. Now they're going to throw downfield. They got to receive. Oh, Luke Hensley had it and dropped it. He was wide open, turned to run, but maybe before he caught it. Oh, man, I could see 6 points right there. He caught the ball at about the Oak Ridge 40, just bobbled it. It just came right out of his hands. It was a nice setup play. They faked it to Miller, and it looked like Hester was going to roll to the near side. Then he looked downfield to a wide open Hensley. Tough break right there. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Let's see what they got up their sleeve this time. They're going to roll to the left. Hester looking, and now he's going to be in big trouble. He really probably fumbles the ball out of bounds. Yeah, he does. They're going to mark it back at the 34. Lucky break right there. He was going to try to throw at the last second, and the defenders were on him. In fact, they were hanging on him. And the ball, I think that was a fumble, don't you, Jared?
The whole tuck rule, I don't know what is a fumble or not, but I don't think his arm was coming forward before the ball got out of there.
So it's a punting situation here for the Cherokees again. So Sullen's back in there. He's standing at his own 20. The return man is going to be inside the 30 at about the 28. They're going to come after this thing again probably. Nope. Actually, they're going to set up a return. Here's a nice kick that falls at the 30. And now that it's picked up late by Oak Ridge, there's also a late flag on the near side.
I think this one's going to go against Oak Ridge. I don't know who it's going to, what the call is going to be, but they definitely had a block in the back against Davion. Just because the guy hadn't picked up the ball doesn't mean you can block him in the back.
Exactly. And you also have an injured player down for Oak Ridge. So a lot to unravel here. The ball right now is sitting on the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. The officials are talking, and let's see what the call is. Here's the head official. They're going to wave off the flag. Wow. Interesting. I don't like when they wave off flags. I always question why that was thrown in the first place.
Yeah. Just get a little happy and throw it.
So the punt goes down, and it is returned, but Oak Ridge is going to take over at their own 27-yard line. We've had 5 punts in this game. We've had a missed field goal. We've had a blocked punt.
It's going to take all 3 phases of the game.
It is. So Oak Ridge gets it 1st and 10 at the 27. That's Dozier, I think, back there at the running back. Haven't seen much of him. Here he is again now, though. On the left side, he's met and has a short gain. 2 or 3 Cherokees over there. Sliger, I see, getting up. Montgomery getting up.
I think they're going to give him a couple. Just mark him short of the 30.
Yep. We'll call it the 29, I guess. They'll give him a couple of yards.
Patel in there getting stop on that one.
Might be the first time I've seen Patel in this game.
Yep.
He and Nolan Brown share some time there at that position. Fagan's always in there at that middle linebacker position. Sliger in there. Got a tough job. And going to be back to pass. They fake it, looking downfield over the middle, and it's going to be overthrown. Hayden Smith there on coverage. Pretty good coverage, but the ball is overthrown.
And we've seen that from both teams. Just some deep balls taking some shots, but they're definitely overthrown. I don't know if some of that may be the receivers not getting out of the box quick enough with the turf, but also they're not able to kind of put it into 5th gear to get to the ball either.
The receivers could be just a half step slower than usual out here tonight. And I think the other thing that Oak Ridge will deal with is just that crown on the field. They've been used to playing on artificial turf. There is no natural crown to the field for drainage, and that's a little different. Here is basically the same play that was ran by the Cherokees a moment ago, kind of a reverse handoff. And I've got a flag down in the backfield. The flag is down at the 26-yard line, so we're going to have to check that out. The run was good enough for the first down, but there's going to be a holding call.
That one right there.
And Oak Ridge, Jared, shooting themselves in the foot a lot tonight. I mean, every big play or somewhat big play they get has been, well, you could say, hey, it's a big play because there's some penalties.
Yeah, definitely. Both of them, the block in the back down here cleared Hunley or Dozier for that big run earlier, and then this one, Dozier had it around the outside, but Caden Melton was literally getting twisted around by the arm.
With the penalty,
was easy to call.
excuse me, taken back to the 15-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and looks to be about 23 yards. They got to get it all the way up to the 37-yard line. Good opportunity right here for the Cherokees. Got to keep them from getting this in any way, get some good field position. Here's a throw to the outside, intercepted by Sliger. Nicely played, and the Cherokees are going to have the ball inside the 20-yard line. A great grab there by Sliger.
Outstanding, just stepped right in front of the receiver, Williams right there, and sure-handed caught it right there.
Yeah, he had to get up in the air high to retrieve that football. And he did a great job. He played it just perfectly, read the quarterback the whole time. I kind of had my eye on him because the quarterback was looking this way. So the Cherokees take over at the 19-yard line.
Good job, Luke, there.
1st down and 10. Here's Hester. Handoff to Miller. Tries to find some running room. He will stretch forward to about the 16. Didn't look like he had anything there, but picks up 3 yards. You've got to find a way to get
Need at least
get him
7
broke.
on the board.
Yeah, boy, it'd be nice. And 5:20 to go now in the second quarter. By the way, 6-0, McMinn County. 5:16 to go in the second quarter. McMinn will get the ball coming back out in the third quarter as well. Hester in the backfield. It's a fake now, looking to throw. It's going to be caught by Hayden. No, it's knocked down. They were the receiver, Hayden Smith, and the defender were battling for the ball, and eventually the ball just got knocked out of his hands. That was almost a touchdown.
Hayden Smith was physical there, going up against Elijah Rogers, 6'1", 189 defensive back there, and kind of was all over him. I thought Hayden had it and was going to be able to just carry it into the end zone, but at the last minute, Rogers swipes it out, and the back judge was able to call that one.
So a big third down right here. 3rd down and 7 to go. Got to believe they might put it back up again right here. And he does, looking for a receiver. Now he's going to roll to his right, looking downfield. Now there's a late flag comes down. So quarterback slips or is taken down for a couple of yards lost, but worse than that, I think, is the penalty flag. That's going to move them back if they choose to take it. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, but we got to check out the penalty.
I didn't see a hold right there. There's literally nobody. Jaden Miller picked up a block to let Hester get out there a little bit longer, but nobody else was really being held up. Okay, it's illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure. Okay. And holding. Those are two flags on the play. So I think they are, in fact, going to take the holding penalty, and that's going to march them back somewhere around the 27 or 28 yard line. All the way back to the 30. So the ball's going to be spotted on the Oak Ridge 30-yard line after all that. However, it's a new play. It's still 3rd down, so the Cherokees do get another play. They need to get some yardage in order to get into field goal position. Here's a fake pass. No, he's taken down. Hester is sacked in the backfield, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 35-yard line.
That was a big hit right there.
Yeah. And I think now we're going to see Sullins come in to punt the ball, and they'll try to put the Wildcats back in bad field position. Remember a week ago, just about at this same spot, Sullins punted one inside the 10, and Davion Evans was able to down it at the 4-yard line. That turned into a safety. Cherokee's trying to get some players out on the field. May have to call a timeout right here. They don't. Here's the snap. And here is the kick. Trying to angle it towards the right side, and he does.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be somewhere. It's inside the 5.
Down at the 3, maybe.
That was one of those old-style, what we used to call coffin corner kicks. Didn't even need anybody down there to down the ball. And he kicks it inside the 5-yard line, and I think they've spotted it at the 3, and that was just perfectly done.
Gives it a little, what I would call the pooch kick, but they made it look easy right there. That takes the pressure off the gunners getting down there if you can just kick it to the 3-yard line.
You're not kidding. Would have loved to have done something with that Sliger interception, but it just didn't work out, and this is playoff football.
Yep.
Nothing comes easy. It's not coming easy for the Wildcats tonight as well. So from the 3-yard line, they hand off to the left side.
It's Hundley.
Yep, gets himself a little bit of breathing room.
It's probably the least amount he has fallen forward on that one.
Yeah.
Still picked up 2 yards.
So up to the 5-yard line now, where it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Quickly, they're running quickly now, and maybe they are trying to get themselves a score before halftime. 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go.
Dozier on the carry.
I think McMinn.
Maybe a sideline warning from McMinn, possibly. Yeah, it is a sideline call.
Later in the game than usual.
Yeah. So no penalty there, or at least nothing marked off.
If you play Cherokee bingo at home, you know that's the equivalent of the free space.
Ball was moved up to the 10-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 3. Everybody packed in there. Nope, they're going to go for the one receiver that they had out, and it's going to be overthrown. Every pass has been overthrown, at least the ones that he's trying to go deep. Davion Evans was on coverage, and he was step for step with the receiver. And they're going to have to punt again. That was 3 quick plays,
It was. That took off maybe 30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah. And they needed to run a little more time than that, actually. So now they're going to have to punt again.
Truth be told, Davion had a better position on that ball if they could have called up, but it was 5 yards past Davion almost.
Davion Evans and Hensley back to receive the punt. They're standing in Oak Ridge territory at about the 50. Here's the punt. It's going to go to the side of Davion Evans. He calls a fair catch at the 48-yard line. So this is a good setup right here for the Cherokees. 3:14 to go in the second quarter. We're leading 6-0, leading Oak Ridge 6-0. They've got a drive here. They got 3:14 to score, possibly. They have all 3 of their timeouts left, and they're going to get the ball coming back out. This is one of those 2-for-1 kind of situations if you can get it.
It's usually why the coaches will go defer it to the second half.
Here's Hester rolling to his left. He's been under a lot of pressure. The pass is complete to Hensley inside the 35. That's a good start.
Good stop, and it looks like it's coming back now.
Oh, man. Got a penalty down. Penalty flag down on the 45-yard line. That's probably going to be a holding. Both these teams just, when they get those plays, they've just unfortunately had penalties.
Illegal man downfield.
Somebody got down there just a little too far with the rollout.
Penalty against the Cherokees for illegal man downfield.
So we'll see where this is going to end up at, where they mark it off. They're pointing downfield at something, not sure what it is. Or maybe at, I don't know.
They're trying to figure out maybe where the should wop the play off, but
yeah, I would think so. I mean, they certainly want the penalty.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
they give up a first down. I don't think Oak Ridge is going to
I don't think they're going to decline that. So here we go. Now they're marking it off. Wow, it's a 5-yard penalty. My goodness. There's a lot more than that. Wiping the play away. Anyway, it's going to be 1st down and 15 from the McMinn 47. Here's the snap. Handoff to Miller, looking to get some running room. Looked like a face mask there. I didn't see a flag. And we saw it from here.
I mean, when his head gets turned sideways on the run, that's usually a good sign.
Agreed.
So at least got positive yardage.
Yeah, moved it up to the 49 now of McMinn. It's going to be 2nd down and about 13. Back to pass, looking for Pryor, and it's thrown away from him to the sideline. It's incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. So again, Jared, just tough sledding out here tonight.
It is, and kind of just keeping that clock stopped now.
Yep. Lots of possessions, but unfortunately lots of punts. Might want to see that reverse draw play again, possibly. Here's Hester. Got Hensley coming in motion. They're not going to hand it to him. Hester keeps, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. And he gets to the 49-yard line of Oak Ridge. But that's going to bring up a punting situation again for the Cherokees. 2 minutes and 1 second to go. The clock is stopped, so I think Oak Ridge has taken a timeout. With the timeout, 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes and 1 second to go. McMinn leads 6-0. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be right back.
Did you start college with something
Cherokee Stadium, we're in the second quarter here. McMinn County leads Oak Ridge 6-0, 2 minutes and 1 second to go. It's 4th down and 11 for the Cherokees. The ball resting at the Oak Ridge 49-yard line. So Spencer Sullins is in to punt. He's been busy tonight.
This is the 10th punt between both teams.
Wow. Good snap. Been there all game. Here is another kick that he's going to try to hits inside the 10, but rolls into the end zone this time. So Oak Ridge is going to have the ball, 1st down and 10 at their own 20. Oak Ridge, with the timeout that they called on 4th down when the Cherokees had it 4th down, they only have one more timeout left.
And that return man right there, he kind of came this way toward kind of fake out the coverage team there.
Yep.
And really, I don't think McMinn could have got anybody down there to kind of down that one, but still a good-looking punt from Spencer.
It was. It probably wasn't as high as it might have needed to be for someone to get down there and down it anyway. But nonetheless, a nice punt. Gets us out of trouble. Ball sitting on the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Here's Garza. I think he's got Hundley back there. Here's a quick pass to the right side. It's complete.
Wow. Receiver's knee, if it wasn't touching the grass, it was as close as you can be without it.
The tackle's made at about the 23-yard line.
And it was Dozier in the backfield. I think they're going to keep Dozier in the background or in the backfield.
Yep. Back to pass again. Now nothing there. Now he's going to have to scramble. Not known for scrambling. Here's the pass. It is incomplete. Connor Cummings had it in his hands, but as he tried to pull it down, he just lost control of the football, so it goes down as an incomplete pass.
I thought McMinn about had a chance to turn around and catch it off his hands. He dropped it. Another one.
If we can get Garza on the run,
yes, that's a good thing. He's not a guy that is going to scramble, whereas we've seen Caden Hester from McMinn scramble this year. Definitely you get him out of his comfort zone if you can get Garza outside of it.
So here we go, 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down right here. And here is that handoff to Dozier. He's looking for some running room. Finds a little, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down. A lot of stutter stepping there.
Yep.
Scared me. He took about 50 steps, but only picks up about 3 or 4 yards. Now we got a penalty flag down, I believe. So let's check the flag out. This is a strange one here. Well, they're talking to the sideline of McMinn. That's a good sign because they're seeing what decision they want to make on this.
They're going to decline it.
Yeah, I think
they're
going to
keep it 4th and short.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down and like at least 5, maybe 6. Yeah, 5. We'll call it 5. Ball setting at the 26-yard line.
The question, clock is not running, so I guess on the penalty, even though it got declined, it'll start on his whistle.
So here's another opportunity here. They could wait and run this play clock down if they wanted to, and should, but they don't. Here's the snap. Kick is away, and Davion Evans calls for a fair catch. Might have had an opportunity to return that one. I think he just wanted to secure the ball. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line after the punt. I'm almost out of room on the play.
Down to the last drive.
On the drive chart here, but that's okay. So McMinn takes over at their own 35-yard line. 1st down and 10. Cody Thompson comes into the game at running back. Grady Prince split to the right side. 3 receivers split to the near side.
By my count, McMinn's got all 3 timeouts, so plenty of time to work with.
Here's Davion Evans. He'd be a good guy to get the ball to. High snap, and Hester keeps it and is tackled in the backfield. And the high snap really threw everything off right there.
The timing gets knocked off big time when you have that happen. And
it's a 4-yard loss back to the 31. And they're letting the clock run here. I don't think Coach Cagle is seeing anything that points to something really good happening here, because normally he'd be using those timeouts if they were moving the ball at all. Let's see what they do here. 34 seconds, and it's ticking down.
Maybe a little screen out here. You got a lot of cushion for the receivers out left.
Yep, going to roll this side. Davion Evans setting out there. Throws to Hensley, but really threw behind him just a little bit. So it goes incomplete, and that stops the clock with 24 seconds to go, and it's going to be third down and about 15. We'll call it 14. Third and 14. 24 seconds to go in the second quarter. McMinn County leads 6-0. They scored in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 59 seconds to go. Hester had a 4-yard touchdown run on 4th down and 4.
Hensley doesn't really have anybody kind of right over him on the slot.
Here is Hester pulls it back and is going to try to find some running room, and there's just nothing there. So 14 seconds, 13, and let's see. Haven't stopped. Now they stopped the clock. Took a while. They might put some on. If Oak Ridge called a timeout, they might want to talk about putting some more time up there. Ball sitting at the 34-yard line. It was a pickup of 3 on the play. They're keeping the offense out there. Yeah, they're calling it's a timeout by Oak Ridge, so they've used their last timeout. And they can't stop it again. However, if you try to run a play right here with your offense and it doesn't take 10 seconds and you don't get a first down, you give the ball back to them with maybe a chance to strike into the end zone.
Especially with the wideouts they have, a jump ball in the end zone, what they would be going for.
I have to believe they're going to punt. I hear them behind me asking that they put 13.8 seconds back on the clock. I knew that the officials had called for the timeout, and the clock kept ticking a little bit. So it's at 14. I think it's got to go down to 13.8.
And it looks like, McMinn's offensive line's out, so they're going to punt this one away. But got to make sure you give Spencer protection here, because Oak Ridge, with 14 seconds, they rounded up a .2, but they're going to give him, they're going to try to go get this one.
Yeah, and I'd like to kick away from that return man if possible as well.
Yeah, everybody's on the line.
Yeah, they're coming, no doubt. And maybe
they got too many men on the field. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oak Ridge may have too many players on the field. There's a flag that was thrown way back by the back judge, and which is usually a delay of game.
That should be going the other way. Yeah. That was 12 men on the field for Oak Ridge.
The officials.
There was one hidden by one of the linemen I couldn't see.
Yeah, they did run a player off just a second ago. They started walking this off against McMinn.
Yeah.
And that's not the right call. It's taking a long time to get this 14 seconds played.
I'm telling you.
Hey, Randy Casey coming up, head basketball coach for McMinn County. Jared, they got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, we got what they're calling Meet the Cherokees or Cherokee Madness. So we're going to chat to him a little bit about that. And we'll also talk to him tomorrow about outlook on the season.
Look forward to that for sure. Ball moved up to the McMinn 39 now, and Oak Ridge now with the only 11 players, and now McMinn County is going to take a timeout. I think Coach Cagle wanted to see how they were going to line up there.
I think so too, and it's 4th and 6 now. I still don't know that it's.
If it were a little closer to midfield, he may just go for it.
I just don't know that you want to chance it in a one-score game.
I mean, just very likely if you try to run a play here, and there's no indication that they are. I don't see the offense coming out there to the huddle. I think they just want to make sure they've got their blocking schemes taken care of here.
Yeah, when quarterback's sitting over here on the bench, taking a breather, I don't think they're trying to do anything funny.
Definitely, yeah. Nothing funny here.
Although Jaden Miller is the
he's your up man.
The up man, and he's a quarterback, so or an athlete, we should say.
Yeah, and one heck of a runner. If he could, if they just rushed right past him, he could run forever.
They don't even have a guy back on this one.
Yeah, so they're going to bring all 11. I ought to count them again. Might have snuck that guy back out here. And it is a fake. And it is Fagan's running the football, but now he fumbles it, and the ball goes out of bounds. He was very likely going to have the first down, but he took a hit. And now he's hurt. He's down on the field. Fagans is down, holding his shoulder. So a little bit of a disastrous play right there for the Cherokees. It was a fake punt, and somehow Fagans got the football. Might have been quick snap to him. And it was straight up a fake punt, and he had first down yardage, but he took a big hit, lost the football. He's back up, and I don't know, he's holding his left knee or left leg.
Hopefully it's just maybe a cramp or something, but I don't know.
The ball was fumbled out of bounds, but it's marked at the 35-yard line. So tough play right there. Oak Ridge does not have a timeout. They can't talk about this much, but you got to believe they're going to throw one deep.
Cam Miller comes in that middle linebacker spot for Landon.
It's going to be one play here. 6 seconds to go in the half. It's got to be batted down by the Cherokees. Here we go. Back to pass. Garza now under a little bit of pressure. Now throws it down towards the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Thank goodness. And that's the end of the first half. McMinn County leads this round 2 TSSAA playoff game over Oak Ridge 6-0. What a half, Jared.
I'm telling you, right there.
Exciting, but not a lot of scoring, but exciting.
Yeah, definitely, and kind of living up to the hype that we kind of thought it would be about two evenly matched teams and a lot of familiarity between the two programs, and the field conditions. Let's be honest, that's really shaping up a lot of the play calling that both coaching staffs are having to script out a little bit, and so it's going to be a fight to the end for sure.
All right, it's halftime. We're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with a rundown of that first half. And remember that Coach Randy Casey is going to be joining us, talk about McMinn County basketball here in just a few minutes. So we'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Capstar Bank, we are listening. We want to earn not just your business, but your confidence and loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personalization and passion for greatness than any bank every bank. With locations in Athens, Etowah, Cleveland, Sweetwater, Madisonville, and East Tennessee, and online at capstarbank.com. Capstar Bank. We are listening. Remember, FDIC, equal housing lender.
Plaza Electronics and Appliances, locally owned for over 32 years, has one of the largest selections of appliances, featuring brands such as Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and Speed Clean. They have washer and dryer pairs starting at only $1099.95. New kitchen appliances, check out Plaza Electronics and Appliances. Plaza offers free local delivery and setup, 12 months payment cash, and the service when they sell. Visit them at their new location in the former home of Staples at 1609 Congress Parkway South, Athens. Online at PlazaElectronicsAndAppliances.com.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, it's halftime between McMinn County and Oak Ridge. McMinn County leads 6-0. McMinn County won the toss before the game started, and they deferred to the second half. That means they're going to have the ball when we come out here in the second half. Oak Ridge took the kickoff up to the 27-yard line. They went on a 7-play drive, moved it all the way to the Oak Ridge 44 before punting. McMinn County took over at their own 18, went on a 5-play drive, wasn't very successful, ended up on the McMinn 20, and they also had to punt. And then Oak Ridge took over. They take over at their own 36-yard line and move it up to actually went backwards, frankly, back to the Oak Ridge 27. They were in a punting situation, and the punt was blocked by Melton. And the ball would roll down to the 4-yard line. That's where McMinn County took over and tried to punch it in there, and through 3 plays they weren't able to do so. It brought up a 4th down and 4 with 3:59 to go in the first quarter. Quarterback Caden Hester rolled to and then
Once again, your 2022 McMinn County Marching Cherokees Band. They're never going to give you up. Novus by Carlos Santana featured trumpet soloist Carter Nolan. Student leadership includes Anthony Carocchio, Maddie Curtis, Cammie Fretz, Cadence King, Kira King, Luke Morgan, Carter Nolan, Gladys Perez, Angie Ruiz, Maya Suarez, and Annie Vargas. The band is under the direction of band directors Matt McHenry and Sebastian Lozano. And instructional staff, Veronica Sachs and Tanner Swarrior. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. Please welcome to the field the MCHS Golden Girls Dance Team, coached by Buffy McDonald. Tonight, they will perform a hip-hop routine to For Real.
For real. Yeah. Sleep on them, that's Tempur-Pedic. Get the green like it's cow pockets, they fat just like Gina. Told her I love her, ain't mean it. That's because I hit the meanest. You heard that I am from Mars. I heard that you was from Venus. I met the meeting. I met the from the meeting. I been was planning to leave, so I just left it to Jesus. Love her like Gerald. Told that girl to Gerald. That girl till she tear. Heard you f***, she embarrassed. Heard you with Gary Barbera. Wait, for real. Diamond, they wet like a seal. Diamond wet like Navy SEAL. Heard you drank lean, cut the seal. Everybody know it ain't real. You know I kept it for real. Walk around with it for real. You wanna bet my money for real. For real. All of my diamonds for real. Different color like for real. Yeah, that's for real. You know I kept it for real.
Everybody look at the clock right now. It's up. That's what happens. Okay. Here we go. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. 6 minutes left.
To the coach, that's when it's fun for everybody.
We're going to talk a little bit about that preseason ranking tomorrow, but fans, I can tell you, Coach Casey and his boys don't mind that target on their back one bit, and they've got a little bit of one, but there's also another ball club a little south that took some fan or some media votes that they are looking to maybe kind of scrape away. So I know you guys are motivated, and Coach, we'll chat about it tomorrow a little bit more about the preseason rankings, how the season's going to look, who you're going to face off against. But we appreciate you just coming up here for a few minutes at the game, and hopefully you got a little warmer up here.
It's great. You know, again, I may go in the gym and just sit for a few minutes
there you
and
go.
then come back out.
Just kick on the radio, listen to Terry and I in the
Exactly.
second half. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it,
All right,
Coach. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, see ya.
Again, Cherokee fans, that'll be here at McMinn County High School tomorrow night. It'll start buffet in the cafeteria at 4:30. It's $5 all you can eat. That's the best deal in town. I can tell you that right now. And then the festivities in the gym will get started about 6 o'clock. Again, there's going to be skills competitions, the scrimmage between the teams kind of, and then the alumni game. So you're going to get somebody like Ronnie McMahon that hadn't been here, and nobody's seen him play in the gym in a couple of years. So that'll be good. A lot of Cherokee fans coming back out for that. But
all right, Jared, let's just keep it right here.
Yeah.
We're going to bring in Terry Stansel. Terry, I hope you can keep up with punts.
Yeah.
What a slugfest. we've got
You
going
like
on.
special teams. You got enough of it
no
tonight.
doubt, man. I'm telling you, this is really it's a playoff football game.
That's what we have said over here. I mean, this is typical playoff.
Yes, it
It's
is.
like, why can't we get things going? Hey, it gets harder.
It does. It
Wet
does.
turf,
playoffs.
and it's a playoff game.
Yeah.
And
Well,
this
let's
is probably the closest I've seen statistics for two teams that in since I've been doing this. So I'll get going here. Oak Ridge, I've got them with 2 first downs, 1 passing, 1 by penalty, 37 yards on the ground on 13 carries, 24 yards in the air on 4 completions for 61 yards. Punted the ball 5 times, 194 yards for 38.8 yards at average. Cherokees, I've got them for 2 first downs, 1 rushing and 1 by penalty, 57 yards on the ground on 18 carries, 5 yards in the air for 62 yards for the first half. So 1 yard difference between both teams. Punted the ball 4 times, 166 yards for a 41.5 yard average. Leading rusher for Oak Ridge, Jay Hundley, 5 carries, 19 yards. The Juvius Dozer, 6 carries, 21 yards. Garza is 4 of 14 in the air for 24 yards. Jaden Miller, 7 carries, 54 yards. Caden Hester, 7 for -2. Cody Thompson, 4 for 5. Hester is 1 of 8 in the air, no interceptions, 5 yards. Luke Hensley has that sole reception.
It's almost like both teams have said you're not going to beat us running,
right?
And we're going to stack the box, and if somebody can
get it out,
get it out there, if you complete a big pass or something, neither one has been able to do so. But man, they are evenly matched.
They are very evenly matched. Oak Ridge is stuff in the middle and forced. I think McMinn's that was a beautiful draw play that we ran. That was unexpected. Even the fake punt was great.
Yep.
Yeah. Bo's going to be pulling out some trick plays, I have a feeling, for the second half.
The fake punt, as I saw it, I think he had already passed the first down. He's going to have the first down.
Definitely.
Before the fumble, and it was a big hit. I hope Fagans is okay coming back out. Stay here with us, Terry, and let's go to the Simmons report. Obviously, we're in not as many games as what we have during the regular season. It's playoff time, and we've advanced now to the second round, so the numbers of games keeps getting smaller. But what you got for us, Jared?
Well, we've got all kinds, and yeah, you're right. They're a lot shorter to go through the scores here, but kind of looking around the area, no score update from South Pittsburgh, but you go down to 3A, we'll look at that. Chucky Doak, and this winner of this game between Chucky Doak and Gatlinburg Pittman will be playing Alcoa's. Alcoa's up 35-7 over Pigeon Forge at half, but Chucky Doak is down at home against Gatlinburg Pittman 21-12 at the half. That's a 10-1 against both of those teams. So somebody's only going to pick up their second loss and the season be over.
Yep.
In the second quarter, it is Sweetwater 48, McMinn Central 6. So that one's already will be in the mercy rule in the second half.
Unreal.
What was the score of their game, of their previous game a couple of weeks ago? It was closer than that.
It was closer than that, and kind of got away down the stretch. So they would have to have a big second half.
That's going to be a quick second half.
No score with Loudon at Giles County. You go to 4A. Greenville is up 55-7 in the second quarter. Anderson County up 20-7 at the half over Elizabethton. East Hamilton and Upperman tied at 21 all at half.
Let's stop there for a second. East Hamilton, very likely moving into our
Yes.
region in football, 5A football next year.
We've done home and home with them the last 2 years and expect that to continue because I don't see them not coming to the region. So that'll be interesting to give us 6 teams in the region.
I only say that because I think it's finalized like on the November 16th or something because teams can request to move. They are moving up, so I don't think there's any. They'll be in our region.
They will definitely. No score at Red Bank Stone Memorial in 4A, so then we'll skip. And all these games are East Tennessee, so they're the top of the bracket in the classifications. Here we'll go to 5A. Daniel Boone at home against Knox Central. That's a 10-7 Daniel Boone in front at half. Knox West, they're going to be in the Mercy Rule, 48-0 over Morristown West currently in the second quarter. Powell, I just heard him announce it over the loudspeaker here, 35-0 over Walker Valley at home in the second quarter. Of course, McMahon and Oak Ridge 6-0 here. Then you go to 6A. Science Hill is up at home against Farragut, 14-10 at half. Maryville up 14-3 at the half against Bearden at home. Maryville with 3 losses in the regular season still got a chance at the state championship. No score the rest of 5A. A couple of private school scores. Baylor up 28-7 over a Memphis school at halftime, and Knox Webb 7-0 in the second quarter over Davidson Academy. Chat Christian up 14-0 over Franklin Road Academy in the first quarter.
Well,
that's the Simmons Bank scoreboard.
Let's just look ahead, guys, for McMinn. Obviously, first of all, we got 24 minutes of football. We got to finish here, and obviously you'll hope to get the win. But the winner of this game is going to play Powell at this point. Powell's up 35-0. And then the winner of that game is likely going to advance and play. What I'm hearing is the real quality of that upper East Tennessee area from Knoxville up, and that's Knoxville West.
Yes.
So it just keeps getting tougher.
It does.
But
that's what you expect.
Yeah, but McMinn County is sitting in the place where all those teams got to come to Cherokee Stadium.
That's right.
And that's a huge thing in postseason play. You had to go to Powell last year. And let's be honest, we talked about it with Oak Ridge. Powell's got to come down here and play on turf or on real grass, not on turf. So that's a home field advantage for the Cherokees any way you look at it.
And it's very possible Powell hasn't played on
that's
real
likely.
grass this year. I mean, most every school in Knoxville has those artificial turf fields. So.
Well, we get the ball back starting second half.
That's right.
We just need to capitalize on that once we get the ball.
And we had a couple of scoring opportunities.
Yes,
there.
we
Of course,
did.
The missed field goal, and that's a 45-yard field goal on a wet ground.
Right.
But I'm thinking about the pass to Hayden Smith in the end zone that just gets knocked away at the end of that play. He's trying to wrestle that thing in. Boy, another touchdown.
Well, I think Hensley might have had a huge game, but he was running before he got
it. That's right. So
and that's what a lot of players on both sides have done tonight. They've tried to take off without the ball, and you've got to, especially when you're dealing with a wet football and wet turf, you've got to catch it.
You got to watch it in.
Yeah. You take the yards as they come to you. You're not trying to get the extra.
That's exactly right.
All right, well, we're about a minute away from the second half, so we're going to take a 60-second break. 60-second break, and we'll be back at Cherokee Stadium.
Did you know that All Things Exterior is your one-stop shop for energy-efficient metal roofing, vinyl siding, windows, doors, decking, gutters, and more? Basically, if it involves the exterior of your home, we can help. Hi, I'm Duffy Jones. For nearly 20 years, Micah and I have been honored to help with your construction and home improvement projects. Whether you need one sheet of metal or 100, we appreciate your business. We offer quick turnaround, competitive pricing, and professional installation. Come see us at 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens. All Things Exterior, your one-stop shop.
Osmond's Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point and budget. They'll price match and beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive. And easy to find. Osmond Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from the King County High School in Athens.
Welcome back to Cherokee Stadium. Third quarter getting ready to get underway here. The Cherokees are going to be receiving the football this half. They're going to be working from left to right. So they're going to take the football. They'll be moving it towards the scoreboard side of the field. I believe that is the case because I see the officials getting ready to spot the ball on the 40 down below me. So 24 minutes of football left. It's 6-0 McMinn County over Oak Ridge, and I just don't expect anything differently, Jared. In the second half, these two teams are just going to be going at each other.
Stay composed. Do what the game gives you. That's going to be the thing. Don't try to force anything, and it's.
You feel like a big play is going to win this.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
definitely. I'm having flashbacks to the Cleveland game, unfortunately. But I will say, hey, Landon Fagans is out there. It looks like he's got the knee taped up. So I don't think he wouldn't be out there if he couldn't.
No,
play.
I don't. That's the thing about these McMinn players, man. It takes a lot to get these guys out of a football game. They're going to want to be out there. Of course, Fagan's only a junior, but certainly these seniors, man, they're not coming out. They're going to play it out. So Oak Ridge is going to be kicking off from their own 40. Again, they'll be kicking right to left. The Cherokee's going to be moving left to right. Davion Evans is back there. I think Ethan Faulkner is back there as a return man as well. So it's teed up. Here's the kick. It is going to go down to into the end zone, about 2 yards into the end zone. Nice kick by the Oak Ridge kicker, Brennan Pearson. And so the Cherokees are going to take over on their first possession here of the second half at their own 20-yard line. First down and 10. Let's see who comes out. I would imagine it's Miller. It is at the running back position. Caden Hester at quarterback.
Both of these kickers are getting a lot of highlights put up.
Boy, you're not kidding. Really good, and they're doing a good job, really. Okay, here's the first handoff of the game. The second half, it's to Miller, and he's got some good yardage this time. He's up over the 25 to about the 28-yard line. So I know it's just one play, but maybe something different already. I mean, they always make adjustments in there at half, and that was a very nice run, a good hole there.
I was going to say, outside of the big run he had down the sideline on the draw, that's been the best run we've seen from him.
Here he is trying to inch his way up. He's close to the 30, and now the official, I think, is going to give him maybe the 30. It's going to be close.
Wow.
They gave him, It didn't look like he got there, but they're going to give it to him.
That's a first down.
We will take it. So right at the 30-yard line, I thought he was going to be a yard short. Half yard.
I didn't think he got anything, to be honest.
But he did. It's first and 10. That ball sitting at the 30 now.
Take it.
Hester, Jaden Miller in the backfield. He moves him to his left. He hands off again up the middle. Big hole. Now he's up to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, inside the 30, inside the 20. He's going to be dragged down from behind inside the 10-yard line. And that was Elijah Rogers who chased him down.
And that doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
Jaden Miller just finally got the daylight in front of him, and good job on the line to split that hole wide open right there.
Wow.
No flags down.
All the way down to the 8-yard line of Oak Ridge. And another first down, of course. It's going to be first and goal now. Jaden Miller still in the football game, even after the big run. Now, as I say that, here comes Cody Thompson into the game. They're going to give Miller a breather.
And I think he's frustrated he got ran down. Just the look on his
he looked back.
Coming off.
They might have been yelling at him because I saw him look back towards the sideline. I don't think he even wanted to look at him. Cody Thompson is going to not get the call. Now Hester's going to be scrambling. He's close to the end zone, probably about the 1-yard line. Carrying that ball just a little too loosely.
That's what I was going to say, man.
He had the ball in one hand, carrying it. Again, I think he would, when he sees that on film, he's probably going to say, I'll tuck that away a little better next time.
I saw Davion do it on a punt return earlier. I'm like, tuck that ball.
He's inside the 2, so we're gonna call it the 1 because he is inside the 2. Here's the heavy package. I think they're going to push Hester right over right here. Yeah. Here we go. And it is a quarterback sneak, and they push him. Where's the signal? There it is. Touchdown, Cherokees.
When they're 3 yards deep in the end zone.
My goodness.
Signal took forever.
I got to say, this near side official, he makes sure they're in. So 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Boy, they score quickly, less than 2 minutes into the third quarter. Now they're lined up kind of that funny lineup. And let's see, they're going to go for 2. Hester's going to keep the ball. It comes out and is fumbled and he does not get the 2-point conversion, and also gets up slow. He took a pretty big hit there, and he's limping on that knee. So let's get him out of the game, get that looked at. Tough kid.
Yep.
A tough kid. So the extra point, 2-point conversion is no good. So 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Jared, I'm just going to keep it right here because they're going to kick off really quickly. We're going to keep an eye on Caden Hester. If you can kind of spot him there in a second. Let's see how they're treating him and what's going on there. He's walking pretty decently. I see him right at the 50. He's on the side. He's trying to walk it off. Is it? That's the term. That's the term they used when I used to play. I just walk it off. That's not exactly a medical term. But anyway, 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Caden Hester is pushed across the goal line for a touchdown. Now McMinn leads it 12-0.
And real quick, I know we talked about this earlier in the season. Spencer Sullins is raising money for pediatric cancer.
Yes.
With all the points he has scored on field goals and extra points. And they made an announcement just a few minutes ago. He's raised over $4,000 this year to pediatric cancer, and can still contribute it. And help him out.
And look at that kickoff. It's called by Dozier, but 5 yards into the end zone. Excellent kick by Sullins. Right on cue as you're talking about him. That is amazing. Over $4,000. That is outstanding.
It is, and it's all just from people kind of chipping in here early on in the season, helping him out with that. And I know he would like to thank everybody for helping him with that, and just a great cause there. And speaking of that, when he kicks it, the return man catches it, thinks he's going to return it, and then he realizes he's standing in the end zone.
Way back in the end zone.
Gets a little frustrated.
Yeah, he was frustrated for sure. So Oak Ridge now takes over at their own 20-yard line for their first possession of the second half, and they find themselves down 12-0. What a difference on that first drive.
Couldn't ask for a better start right there for McMinn. They finally got the running game
Here's
going.
The reverse again, and this time played a little bit better. And it was Malachi Nunez who pushed the play back to the inside. Nunez stayed at home. He pushed the play back and got some help inside. He didn't make the tackle, but he was the key figure there.
That was Remburn again, and Fagans literally went diving for him and brought him down.
So good to see Fagans out there, and right now he looks like he's going pretty close to 100%. I think that's Hunley in the backfield with Garza now. He's going to get, it's pulled back in, pass to the outside. And what a tackle. It looked like a block in the back, no penalty call. And somehow Davion Evans makes the tackle even while being blocked. And a good thing he did. He's hurt too. He's going to try to stay in the game. They might go right after him. It's a little short. It's up to the 29-yard line. It's 3rd down and 1.
I mean, Davion just got flat ran over from behind, which should be a flag every time, right in front of the side judge.
Yeah, and right in front of the Oak Ridge sideline, which may have hindered him making that call. I don't know, but nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 1 into the shotgun. You got to think they're going to run here. They do, and it looks like they're going to get up past the 30-yard line to the 31. Just needed 1, got 2. So a 1st down, but that's okay. Making them work for it. 3 plays to get 11 yards. And now Davion Evans coming out. He got that leg jammed up a little bit. So he's coming out for a little breather there.
I know we just talked to Coach Casey, but he sees 2 of his players come out of the football game limping.
Yeah. Here is a broken play, really. I think that the quarterback, Garza, wanted to hand off to the running back, but he missed the ball.
Yeah, he was bobbling it back there, just couldn't get onto it.
So this is back to the 30-yard line. It's a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Scores 12-0, 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. McMinn County leads Oak Ridge. Garza now looks to the sideline. Now the defense makes some shifts. They change everything that they were showing him.
Got Nunez and Faulkner playing the safety positions for the Cherokees right now.
Got a man in motion. They're going to hand off to him around the right side. Slips up just a little bit. Going to have some positive yardage. That was Rembert.
Yep, they're going to him a lot.
We got a
lot of extracurriculars on the far sideline.
Yep, doesn't look like there was a flag, I don't believe. And so the ball's going to be marked at the 37-yard line. They've got to make the 41. So here's a big play right here. A chance for the Cherokees. Actually, it's almost up to the 42 they got to get to. It's more than that.
Got Rogers and Hayward, the wideouts on the far side. That's their key guys.
Yeah, good third. It's a 3rd down and 5 here, really.
Yeah, it's a long third.
Here is a give up the middle, looking for Hundley. He's got some running room down the right sideline, over the 50, inside the 40-yard line, and pushed out of bounds.
Nunez makes a push right there to get him out of bounds, which was big.
Probably a touchdown-saving tackle there. That's the first time they've really kind of broke into the defensive backfield on a run. And, wow, he stepped out of bounds long before that, didn't he?
Yeah, he was.
They marked it at the McMinn 43-yard line. I didn't see that call at all.
I was looking through the binoculars and didn't see him step out like that. But Cherokee's got to buckle down here on defense.
Yep. Bend, don't break. That's what they've done all year long. Oak Ridge looking to pass. It's going to be on the ground, incomplete. I don't think Garza really wants to throw the I don't think he wants to stand back there and throw.
McMinn's line, they're really just rushing the 4 down linemen, trying to get back there to him.
Yeah.
And a lot of what they're doing, they're just getting kind of even with him. They're not getting to him because of the offensive line, but I think he just sees him out of the corner of his eye, and he's throwing them quickly out there. Miller back out in the free safety position now.
He really hasn't thrown many good balls there tonight. So here is the 2nd down play, 2nd down and 10. Clock stop with the incomplete pass. Here's a handoff. It's going to be to Hundley again. He's got breaking into the open. Here's a call. Yeah, here's a holding call downfield, and they're going to get Hayward with a holding call downfield. That's going to march it back 10 yards from that point. However, that was pretty far downfield. I think that's going to cut them a little short of the 1st down still.
And that wasn't even the hold I was petitioning for from up here. It was one on the defensive line. They just literally had Patel.
I think you saw one on the edge out there.
Patel was getting held on the outside edge. Was right there in front of the play.
I think a lot of Cherokee fans here in the stands saw that as well. And so they're going to march this one back. It's going to be close to the 1st down. But it's going to be marked at the 35-yard line, and I think it's still going to be 2nd down. 2nd down and 2. So it does take away from that long run, but it's still positive yardage for Oak Ridge.
And they are featuring Hundley from the get-go here in the second half.
Yep. Now back to pass, looking over the middle. It's complete down the sideline. They're tied in. It's Brian Kelly. He's going to be inside the 10. Here's a late flag. That's probably going to be on McMinn, I think. So the ball is inside the 5-yard line at about the 3, I think, with the completed pass. We'll check the flag out. Yeah, Oak Ridge pointing towards McMinn on this one. But it's not going to be much of a penalty. The ball spotted to 3. At worst, it's going to be half the distance.
They're going to call a face mask. Again, it doesn't really change much.
So the ball was moved down to the 3. Now it's sitting inside the 2-yard line with the penalty. We'll call it the 1. Yeah, we'll call it the 2. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
Crowd coming alive here now.
Needing a stand here. Got both those backs back in the backfield now. The handoff to Dozier up the middle, and he fights forward, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Wildcats. So 5 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, and they put together themselves a little bit of a drive there. So not only did McMinn County move the football well coming out in the second half, Oak Ridge does the same thing as well.
couple of big chunk plays that helped them get there.
Here's a different look from Oak
Ridge. They do the same thing McMinn does. They kind of line up and count the numbers.
Yep, they do. Now they shift over into the middle. Now they're going to get into extra point formation. What a game we got for you here today. Here's the snap. Timing was off just a little bit, but kick is up and is good. They almost got blocked. 5:22 to go here in the third quarter. It's McMinn County 12, Oak Ridge 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Simmons Bank, community matters. Since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our community with empowered local leaders. I'm Shane Whaler, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
Now's the best time to take precautions against the flu. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Park Pharmacy, has both the standard flu vaccine and the new high-dose flu vaccine recommended for patients age 65 and older who may have weaker immune systems. With the twindemic of both COVID-19 and flu infection, it's also a good time. On Saturday, 10:01 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Park, taking the time to listen and to pick.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, here's the kickoff. It's going to go bouncing in and out of the end zone. So the Cherokees are going to take over first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Jared, a nice drive there, 10-play drive as I have it, 5:22 to go in the third quarter. They put it into the end zone, make it a 12-7 game. They made a few adjustments themselves.
They did, and there was no doubt that Oak Ridge was going to go away.
Yep.
So we
saw that a year ago.
Yes.
Took every second last year to put them away. So now we've got a 12-7 ball game. McMinn County 12, Oak Ridge 7.
Hester back out there.
Good to see that for sure. Let's see it. And this will be a tough place here too. Holding on McMinn. So that's going to cost them 10 yards. That's a tough call when you're backed up to the 20 already. But it will remain first down. They take it, they walk it back to the 10-yard line.
That's the one thing, the penalties, McMinn, I got them at 9. I know there's a few I've missed.
Don't need those in a playoff game. Here's the call. It's Jaden Miller again. He breaks free in the open again, trying to find some running room. He's over the 40 to the 45. They're trying to strip the ball. Now he just goes down. They were trying to strip the ball away from him, and really I think he was trying to get to the ground at that point just to be down. And it runs it all the way out to the 44-yard line of McMinn.
That one,
he's come alive.
He was kind of messing with him there. He's had Rogers off to his right.
Yep.
He knew he was catching up to him. He tried to do a little stutter step, maybe get away from him, but it was Hayward that came down hurting. He was the first guy to try to hit Jaden Miller.
So here is another run to Miller up the middle. This time they stuff him. He's going to be up over the 46, or rather over the 45-yard line to the 46. So he picks up a couple. Bringing up a second down and 8. Certainly McMinn has made a few adjustments here. Clock ticking down. Here is Jaden Miller again. He may have another yard, but they're pushing him back.
Let him push for a while there.
Yep. Now up to the 47-yard line. And it's going to bring up third down and 7. Now, Jaden Miller coming out of the game. This is a hard-fought football game. We got some people. You can just look and see, man, they're taking some big hits down there. Even Miller kind of coming off slow. It's just what we thought. We thought it would be a physical football game, and it is. Cherokees would love to pick up this first down right here, keep the ball. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. McMinn leading 12-7. 3rd down and 7. Here's the handoff. Now he's going to look to pass. Rolling to his right. Throws underneath. It's caught by Dakota Thompson over the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's not enough for the first down, but it's awfully close.
That's going to set up an interesting call.
It is. It's going to be 4th and 3, and they're going to get on the ball quickly. Let's see if they run a play. Now they look to the sideline, checking out the defense. Coaching staff taking a good hard look at this defense. Looking at the personnel they got in there. Take a good look at Luke Hensley out there. He's the first receiver split out to the left side. They might be trying to get him to jump off. 5 seconds on the play. Yeah. And he's going to call timeout. Coach Cagle will call a timeout. He's going to think about this one. With the timeout, 2:14 to go. McMinn leads 12-7. We'll take a 30-second break.
Since first opening their doors in 2017, Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families in McMinn and surrounding counties. Being a local, family-owned, full-service funeral home, they understand the need to put you at ease when you walk through their doors. Whether you want a traditional funeral or cremation from their on-site crematory, they'll guide you through the process and assist you in making the right choice. Companion Funeral Home, 400.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, and I'm looking down at the huddle on the sideline. It's 4th down and 3. Ball setting at the Oak Ridge 49, so basically right at midfield. Looks like the punt unit is coming in.
I would agree. You got the whole offensive line out getting a breather.
Yeah. Now, we've already seen one fake punt attempt by McMinn. It ended poorly. Fagans had the first down but was hit and lost control of the football. Nobody is back for Oak Ridge. Let's see. Here is the snap, and the kick is away. It hits at the 10. It's going to go inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be down at about the 3.
Great call on deciding to punt that one right there.
So an outstanding job by Sullins again. It's even farther than that. It's the 2. Wow.
And I was sitting here looking at, I don't know what the decision is on where they're lined up, but where my position here near midfield looked like one of their receivers was over the line or in the neutral zone, and that would give us the first down. But I don't know. His helmet definitely was, at least head-wise, he was definitely over the line.
Could have made that call for sure. So Oak Ridge, now they find themselves in a little bit of a precarious situation. Remember what happened to Campbell County a week ago on a similar type play. Sullins put them back last week at the 4. Now Oak Ridge is back at the 2. It turned into a safety a week ago.
Got to think they're going to give it to the big man in the backfield.
Hundley and Dozier both back there. They're not going to try anything fancy here, are they? Wait a minute. They're going to throw the football downfield looking for a receiver overthrown.
They took a shot there.
What do we know, Jared?
I'm telling you, when you got Dozier and Hundley and then the tight end Kelly in the backfield on their heavy package, I thought for sure that's where they were going.
Overthrown down the right sideline. And they're lined up again. They have one receiver out this time. They are going to hand the ball off, and I think that is Hundley getting the call. Looking for Hundley and or Dozier.
It was Dozier.
It was Dozier. Really, if you don't pick up the number, those guys don't look radically different.
There's only 2 inches height different based on the roster, and they weigh the same. They look the same in their uniforms.
The ball was moved all the way out to the 8-yard line. So they've got a little breathing room now, and it's 3rd down and 4. Pickup of 6.
Need to get the quarterback's jersey dirty here.
Yep. He's going to hand off, and he's going to be taken down, but he's going to have a first down. This time it was Hundley. He really tackled from behind. Melton loses his helmet. He's going to have to come out. Caden Melton's going to have to come out for a play. And the ball is moved up to the 15-yard line, and it's 1st down and 10 for Oak Ridge, who, just like last drive, they're moving the football. Now we got to get a little pressure. Jaden Miller coming out of the game. Ethan Faulkner in. Going to try to rest Miller a little bit. probably going to see him on offense in the next drive.
Well, Faulkner and Nunez having a lot of picks the last 2 weeks. They're looking for some more.
Here's the handoff. Again, breaks it to the outside. Dozier still on his feet, pushed out of bounds.
The official gave him a shoulder shove when he got out there.
So he's going to have another first down. He's out to the 29-yard line. Pick up a 14 on the play. And as I said, another first down for the Wildcats. Got to earn this one. 37 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And it's hard to bring down a big back like that when their jersey, as you can see, is filthy and wet as well. You're sliding right off of them if you get a hand on them.
I mean, you got to make a solid tackle, solid hit on it, and that's hard to do on these guys. Dozier, the lone back, now in the backfield. That's a false start on the right side for Oak Ridge. So that's going to cost them 5 yards back to the 24. First down and 15, exactly what we're looking for. Try to get them behind the chains.
Yep.
We've been inching up closer and closer on some of these passes. So don't be surprised.
At least try to get a hand in the passing lane somewhere.
Yep.
Deflection from that defensive line as they're kind of shifting around different positions they're trying to come from.
You have 2 receivers, 3 receivers now split to the right side. Dozier's your lone running back, and they're going to roll to the right. Garcia looks back to the left, and they've got a screen set up on this side. Dozier's coming down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. He's at the 45-yard line. Nice play set up right there by Oak Ridge.
Was it, even after the penalty?
So another first down. 3 first downs on this drive for the Wildcats. Pushed out of bounds with 27 seconds to go. But we're going to have one heck of a fourth quarter here tonight.
When you get that offensive line that they've got a lot of size there. Didn't think about it when sheet, but compared to Campbell County last week. But those guys just hid Dozier very well behind that screen.
Yeah, you know what? When he threw that football, I really didn't see Dozier in there. I thought that there wasn't a receiver out there. But he was there.
Thought he was thrown to an offensive lineman.
And their movement again. Yeah, we had a couple of different players moving. That's going to cost them 5 yards again, so it'll go back to the 40-yard line of Oak Ridge. They overcame that on the last play.
Just got to stay after them right here.
Yeah, need a big stop right here for sure. Looking for a big play out of this defense. They've made them all year. That big defensive line.
Hunley's out there in the slot. Dozier's in the backfield for the Wildcats, so it's got to key in on that.
Dangerous out there. Here's the snap. It is handed off to Dozier, and he's taken down this time only a couple of yards, maybe 3, up to the 43-yard line. That's likely going, well, I don't know. They're getting on the ball pretty quickly here. Let's see if they're going to try to get a playoff. I don't think so. Under 8 seconds. They're not lined up yet.
They've got to get a guy off the field. So yeah,
that's going to do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the third quarter here at Cherokee Stadium. McMinn County leading precariously. They're leading 12-7 over Oak Ridge. We'll be back. We'll be back to Cherokee Stadium in 60 seconds.
Hiawassee Builders Supply has been a part of our community for over 60 years. Hiawassee started in 1958 with a humble store on the square in downtown Athens, a lumber yard located on top of Depot Hill. They've grown ever since. Success should never be selfish. That's why the folks at Hiawassee believe their business has not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to contribute to the successful growth of the community in which we live and work. Hiawassee Builders Supply is proud to support our local schools and student athletes. L&M Motors, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee Athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966. And under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors today and tell them the voice of the Cherokee, Terry Patrick, sent you.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, we have 12 minutes of football left at least. Yep. I suppose it's a 12-7 football game. McMinn County leads Oak Ridge. It's second down and 12 for Oak Ridge. Ball resting at the 43. Here's a handoff to the outside, and that is Dozier. He's going to be taken down before he gets to the 50. Faulkner had a chance at him, couldn't bring him down in the backfield, so he does turn it into positive yardage.
Well, at least allowed him to slow down to where Slager and Knisevich could catch up to him.
These guys are tough to tackle, I'm telling you. Ball at the 49. Big third down here. 3rd down and 6. Dozier in the backfield. He's got to be getting a little tired back there. He's had a lot of runs in a row here.
Hundley as well, who's still out there in the slot.
Yep. Got to watch the slant here. Here is a fake. Looking over the middle, it is. The slant is picked off. And that's Faulkner, I believe, down the right sideline, inside the 45, inside the 40, being chased from behind. They're going to try to strip the ball. He's inside the 30-yard line. Finally. Ethan Faulkner comes up with a big play for the defense. Here's a late flag coming in.
Wow.
A lot going on the opposite sideline. Jared, you may want to get those binoculars and take a look. I saw a late flag come in. Oak Ridge is pointing as if they have the football, and they might have stripped it late, but I don't think they have it. They're talking it over on the opposite side of the field. There's still a discussion about who has the football. There's a flag down, first of all, at the 27-yard line of Oak Ridge. The officials are talking it over. He was being chased. Faulkner was being chased from behind, and
they're going to say he fumbled it.
Yep, he was being chased from behind. It looked like they were going to try to strip the football from him, and they may have gotten that done before he went down.
And there's definitely no replay in the high school game, so that's
once that call is made, it is made. They're going to say 1st and 10. Now let's check the flag.
That's
My goodness,
horrible call.
Here's a personal foul on Oak Ridge, and a personal foul. They're going to offset. So a personal foul on both teams. So in the end, there was an interception by Faulkner, a fumble at the end of the play. I don't know how I'm going to write all this up. And it's going to give the ball back to Oak Ridge, but back at their own 26-yard line. My goodness. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge at the 26-yard line. And now they're going to talk about this a little bit more. They're waiting to get the chain set as well. Need a little bit of time to do that. I'm not sure.
Coach Cagle is looking for an explanation for something.
Yep.
I don't think he's gotten it yet.
He may not have realized it was offset penalties. Not sure. All right, so it's 1st and 10. We're going back to football here. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for Oak Ridge. Handoff right up the middle, big hole. Inside over the 40, still running over the 50, knocked down at about the 48-yard line, maybe slid to the 47. Let's see where they mark it. Dozier with a big run, yeah. And really, those backs are getting tougher and tougher as we go. Ball right at the 50-yard line.
Can't let them get the momentum like the backs have been getting there.
It's a 24-yard run by Dozier. Tough break there for Ethan Faulkner. The up man slipped as he was coming around there. He gets the handoff, and he's going to be taken down after a gain of about 6 or 7. That was Rembert.
He's kind of been the guy they feature on that jet sweep from either side of the field.
What a tough break there. So the ball marked at the Cherokee 44. It was a pickup of 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Cherokee's getting some new guys out there, giving some guys a break. Yep.
Davion's back out there. Jaden Miller in the safety position.
Faulkner still out there. Of course, 3 interceptions last week. He turns in another one tonight. Man comes in motion. They're going to hand off to Dozier. He's hit and doesn't get much steam going this time. He's going to pick up a yard to the 43-yard line.
Aiden Wilson met him there instantly.
Got to toughen up right here. 3rd down and 4. They got to get to the McMinn 40. It's setting just inside the 44. Calling it the 43, so we'll actually officially say 3rd down and 3, but it's a long 3.
I think it's going to Dozier again.
Yeah, I would think so, unless they're going to try another quick slant pass. They're going to try something. Here it is. A pass to the outside is going to be complete. It's going to be enough for the first down. He stays on his feet and runs inside the 30-yard line. That's Elijah Rogers. And that was just a quick out there.
Just trying to sling him down. He keeps his feet. And
yep,
Evans coming back out of the ball game.
Ball down to the 31-yard line. First down and 10. McMinn, it's at the McMinn 31. They're moving the football, moving it well right now. 8:57 to go in the game. Here's a handoff to Dozier up the middle. Big hole. He's going to find the end zone inside the 5. Touchdown. Dozier in for 6 with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and Oak Ridge has taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. 31-yard touchdown run for Dozier.
Just found a lot of daylight there, and you're exactly right. The backs have been getting kind of a second wind, even though they look as tired as can be.
Yep. Just when you get momentum on your side, it can go a long way. So here we go. It's 13-12. You'd almost think they would want to go for 2 and make it 15-12 because 14 doesn't do much for you. Should have thought about
that.
That's
what I thought they were going to do.
But they're lined up now in the traditional extra point formation.
Nope.
It's a fake coming around the right side. Here's Hundley. He's got 10 yards to have to make it in there. He's not going to do it. He's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 5, so he doesn't get in for the 2-point conversion. So 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Now Oak Ridge has taken the lead. It's Oak Ridge 13, McMinn 12. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Challenges. Some run from them, but nurses stand and face them. When settings and stages change, nurses adapt. When people need an advocate, nurses rise to the occasion. And when they're on the mountaintop, nurses lend a hand. No matter the challenge, at Tennessee Wesleyan University, Fort Sanders Nursing, we are preparing the next generation of nurses to be courageous, resilient, and supportive in every setting, every day. Traditional bachelor's, online RN to BSN, and online Master of Science in Nursing. Learn more at tnwesleyan.edu/nursing.
At Capstar Bank, we are listening. We want to earn not just your business, but your confidence and loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personalization and passion for greatness than any bank you've ever encountered. Capstar Bank, with locations in Athens, Etowah, Cleveland, Sweetwater, Madisonville, and East Tennessee, and online at capstarbank.com. Capstar Bank, we're listening. Remember, BIC, equal housing.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, here's the kickoff. It's going to carry into the end zone about halfway there. They've got a pretty fine kicker there themselves. Yep. He's been kicking it in the end zone. So now McMinn County's going to take over. First down and 10 from their 20. Plenty of football to be played. 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. And McMinn, for the first time in this game, finds themselves trailing 13-12.
Can't get down on yourself right here. Oak Ridge has got the kind of the air about them right now as they've had a chance to take the lead on back-to-back scores.
Here's a handoff to Jaden Miller. He's going to be slammed down after a pickup of 2 yards up to the McMinn 22-yard line. You got to believe they're going to put this ball up here shortly because they're cheating back inside again, making those yards hard to get for Jaden Miller or Caden Hester trying to run the football. They're quickly back on the line, but I don't think they got a play yet. Now they look to the sideline. They move Miller to the left side of the backfield. Hester awaits the snap. 5 guys on the line. They're all coming, looking back to pass. It's completed to Miller to the outside, and he's going to be up over the 30-yard line. Yep, it was really close to being a flag as he shoved him out of bounds, and he may have been out of bounds.
Miller gave himself up there, and
let's see. Yeah, they're right at the 30 on the lines where they're going to give it to him. So it is a first down. Nice play, little safety valve pass out of the backfield to Jaden Miller. Here is a carry. I'll tell you what, Oak Ridge does a good job of going for that football. Even on that tackle, that was Thompson on the carry, no gain up to the just right back at the line of scrimmage. But I saw a big old Oak Ridge paw go on that ball trying to knock it out.
That's one of those. Maybe Hester should keep that one to bounce it to the outside, but it's easy to call from the press box.
Prince and Faulkner split out to the right side. Hensley and Smith to the left side.
They're bringing 5.
Yeah, I mean, they got 5 that they're just.
At least.
Yep. Over the middle. It's almost picked off, but he can't hold on to it. That was Brian Kelly.
And he's the guy that had the pass tipped off of him and intercepted by Faulkner.
Looking to pass it to Hensley. 3rd and 10. Big play right here for the Cherokees. They need to pick up some positive yardage here. If not a first down, let's get somewhere close. 7:29 on the clock. Cherokees trail by 1. Back to pass. Hester looking downfield, and it's thrown behind Smith. He had him, but thrown just behind him. I think he thought he was going to set up and stop right there. So it's going to be 4th down. They're going to have to punt. It's 4th down and 10. McMinn County with 2 timeouts left. Clock setting at 7 minutes and 26 seconds.
Need a big
if that's
rough in
complete,
the punter penalty.
Yeah, if that's complete, it's a first down.
Yeah, I mean, he was right there on the line.
Waiting for the snap. Here it is. It's a good one. No rush. Here is the punt. It is away. Again, they'd have nobody back to return it. It's going to be out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and that's where Oak Ridge is going to take over. We'll just keep it right here. Big play of the game. We said there'd be some big plays. Unfortunately, right now, the big play is an interception by Faulkner, but it turns into a turnover back to the Wildcats as the ball's knocked away at the end of the run of the interception, and then Oak Ridge really just used that momentum to come right back down the field and take the lead.
They did, and I hate it comes down to maybe that, but especially when it happens on their sideline, but it's one of those. Faulkner's forward motion kind of stopped and kind of giving himself up, and they allow him to get the ball stripped somehow.
That's a good point. If you were going to watch anything on film, it's that was his forward motion stopped to where there should have been some whistles blown if there weren't. 1st and 10. And here's the snap. It's going to be handed off. Some running room there for Hundley. And he's going. And there is a flag.
Okay, good.
There is a flag down. And I tell you, the McMinn coaches are letting them know. I think they're letting them know that that's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah, that was Kelly on the outside holding that one.
Holding against the Wildcats.
Yep, and he's standing there himself getting an explanation for it.
And usually, and it's easy to spot. I mean, they can do it almost every play, call it. But anytime your defender's shoulders get turned not by their accord, that's usually a good sign.
Yep. So the ball goes back to the 21-yard line now.
Got to keep backing them up here.
I'm noticing Jaden Miller coming in and out of the game, and I'm not sure that he is playing right now at 100%.
There's a bunch of McMinn players just giving it all they've got right now.
That they are. There's no doubt. Here's a pass now to the outside. It's going to be incomplete.
That one Rogers had all day in the world if he catches it, but it was going to be impossible to catch that one. It was so low.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 20 now.
You got Hayden Smith over there on him. That's normally Davion Evans on that side.
You know, they're trying to throw the ball quickly when they pass because they don't want that defensive line in there pressuring Garza. It's usually pretty quick passes. 2nd down and 20. Hundley in the backfield. Hundley's going to get the call. He's going to be met by Melton at the line of scrimmage. He may have fought forward for a yard or two, but that's it.
Great stand right there, just reading that one. Patel in there as well.
Yep. So let's see. They marked that at the 23-yard line, so it is a pickup of 2. 3rd down and 17. 6:34, clock running. 6:34 to go in this football game. McMinn County trails right now. Oak Ridge 13, McMinn County 12. McMinn needs the football back.
And Oak Ridge is just going to let this play clock go down and talk about it.
They're going to talk about this play. We're going to keep it right here. They do call a timeout as the play clock was almost running out. It's a big play, Jared.
It is, and one, you don't really know what they're going to throw at you. They've kind of done some different things here. You didn't expect them to throw it.
Yep.
I didn't, at least, maybe as much as they have, but and it's kind of been sporadic the way they've thrown it. I mean, a lot of his passes have been off key, but then they've hit a couple of key ones that pick up some big first downs, some screens. Well, that's one play you got to watch out for is the screen.
The screen, that's exactly right. That would be actually a pretty doggone good call right here. You may have nailed that. They can try the long pass, but they've not been successful on it tonight. And then you've always got either Hundley or Dozier who, if they can get past that initial line and get into open space, they're going to be hard to deal with.
They are hard backs for defensive backs and safeties to bring down.
They basically have all options available right here. So McMinn's going to have to play it tight right here. It's 3rd down and 17. Ball resting on the Oak Ridge 23-yard line. McMinn County trails by 1 point, 13-12. 6 minutes, 14 seconds to go. There's a shift going on with the Cherokee defense. In the backfield, I believe, is Dozier, straight back to pass. Now he's going to look, and they are going to try to hit him out of the backfield, and he's going to have a first down. Dozier just came out of the backfield. Nobody picked him up on the far side. He catches it, and it's almost the screen pass that you called. It wasn't a straight-up screen, but they're going to have the first down all the way out to the 43. Needed 17, got 20. That was a tough one right there for the Cherokees to swallow. 6:05 to go.
Ran out of bounds, so it stopped the clock.
Yep, that helps us. 2 timeouts left for McMinn County.
Got a feeling this is going to be a heavy dose of Dozier right here.
Well, I would sure think so. I sure hope he's tired, especially after that last play. They're going to hand it to him, though. Here he comes to the outside, tries to cut back, loses his footing, and they are right in the middle of the field right now, near midfield, and that's the worst part of this field. Ball at the 46. He picks up 3. 2nd down and 7. Cherokees need this ball back.
Ball on the ground would be huge right now for this defense.
Right now, I'd say on this series, they're going to let the clock run, but on the next series, they may have to start using those timeouts. 2nd down and 7. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. He's got Dozier in the backfield. Hundley's one of the receivers. Now they're going to run an option play to the left side to Dozier. He hurdles a guy and picks up another first down. He runs out of bounds, however. But Oak Ridge is moving the football again. He's up to the 45 or the 45-yard line of McMinn County now. Another first down. 1st and 10. Clock is stopped at 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Cherokee's in need of a big play right here, a big turnover. Quarterback getting the call from the sideline. It's been a battle all night, just like we thought it would be. Game going just as we thought it would. Patel running off the field late.
Miller coming on.
Here is the handoff to Hundley this time. He picks up maybe a couple of yards right up the middle.
I believe there's a flag down. No. Just kidding.
Just no flag. Okay. Ball resting now at the 43-yard line. It was a pickup of 2. 2nd down and 8. The clock is running. 4:57. And Oak Ridge is going to take their sweet time right now.
Oh, yeah.
Wanting that clock to run, they'll draw the play clock down as much as they can. Hundley in the backfield again. Here comes a man in motion. The ball looked like it was bobbled. The runner slips down. Probably had a little bit of running room. It was a dangerous handoff, actually, to Rembert. But he falls down at the line of scrimmage. So here we go again, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 8. And let's see if they move anybody else back into that backfield. They had Hundley in there that time. I think they were trying to give Dozier a little break. I bet he wants back in there.
Kelly, the tight end,
and looks like we have a flag. There was a flag at the end of that play. And I think they're going to push them back. They are going to walk it back. So the ball now at the Oak Ridge 47. There was a holding on the play. So that's going to take the ball back. So instead of no gain, they actually lose 10 yards on the penalty. So now it's still second down, but it's second down and 18. I don't know if they're going to put this ball back up in the air or not. Garza, the quarterback, he's got Hundley back there now. Dozier out of the game, getting a breather. He's near the coach. Here is the handoff to Hundley. He's going to be met at midfield. He fights his way to the 49-yard line of McMinn County. Pretty well played, although he gets about 5 yards, and it's going to bring up third down. Now Hundley gets up limping or cramping just a little bit. He gets up slow. He's going to try to stay in the game, though, I think.
Need a big stop here.
Yep, third down and 14. And now all of a sudden the season beginning to rest on a stop. Hundley's staying in the game right now, and I'm telling you, he was moving just a little bit slow when he got up there.
Got Hensley out here on Hayward, the big wide receiver.
And now they're going to call a timeout. They were confused as to what they needed to be doing there. So a timeout by Oak Ridge. We're going to keep it right here. The score, Oak Ridge 13, McMinn 12. Jared, 3:36 to go. There hasn't been a bigger play all year than this third and 14.
No, you're exactly right. And it's kind of lived up to everything we thought it would be. Unfortunately, it's not the games that McMinn has had against a lot of good teams this year where they kind of flipped the switch on them and kind of blown some of them out that were supposed to be close games. And this one is shaping up to be an outstanding one.
Well, I tell you, they are fighting, though.
Oh,
this
yeah,
McMinn team is not stepping down an inch. And I know just looking at some of these of the key players, are all key players out here at this point, but you got some guys that are banged up, and they are competing to the very end here. 6, 7,
and I will say Oak Ridge is probably one of the teams, you probably have to go to Bradley or Cleveland, that has had as much depth as McMinn. Most of the teams that McMinn plays, they don't have the same depth. And so
it's interesting to me that Dozier's still out of the game, especially on this 3rd and 14. And it's not that Hundley's not super talented, but well, he seemed to have the hot hand. Here is a fake. Now Garza's going to move around. He's going to throw it. It's going to be complete. And the receiver is inside the 15-yard line.
The ball came out.
And let's see. They're going to say he was down, yeah. So it was complete to Elijah Rogers. So the ball now is going to be resting, I think, at the 10-yard line. It might be just over. It's outside the 10, so I think it's possible that they can pick up a first down. So I guess we'll call it the 11-yard line.
McMinn has just not been able to get to Garza like we anticipated they could, and that's one thing, letting him roll on that one.
He did a nice job that time of keeping his eyes downfield, letting that open up. Here's Hundley up the middle, and he's going to be down inside the 5-yard line to about the 3-yard line. So it's going to be a big call if they are able to push this thing into the end zone and they just go for a simple extra point, Jared. Just
one-score game.
It's a one-score game, so there's opportunity there.
Coach Cagle is upset, trying to get the attention of the referee, but he has yet to turn around and respond to it. I think it probably goes something back on the passing play, maybe a missed hold or something like that.
That might possibly be the case. He's still wanting to air out some of that. He's talking to the officials a little bit.
But right here, I mean, maybe get a turnover. There's been several snaps that they have bobbled or handoffs that have kind of bobbled. So all it's going to take is one of those.
We'll see what Oak Ridge dials up here. At this point, man, I wouldn't think you'd get too fancy. I think they'll try to just push it across in some kind of power formation. They're setting at the 3-yard line. It's second down It's 2nd down and 2, so they can pick up a first down. Let's see. They got Dozier and Hunley in the backfield. And Garza goes under center. He does drop it momentarily. Hands it to Hunley. Hunley pushes forward. He's going to be down just before he gets to the end zone, so we're going to call it the 1, but it's going to be 1st and goal. And interesting, Hunley lost the football momentarily. I don't know if it went all the way to the ground, but he was able to get the handoff off. And so now it's 1st down and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Clock at 2 minutes, 23 seconds. And it looks like someone has called a timeout.
I think Oak Ridge called their.
Looks like they.
Well, I don't know. They blew it dead, but.
Yep. Now they're coming back on. So.
McMahon had to burn that one early to decide to punt it. So.
Yep. They're showing 1 for McMahon on the clock, which is.
Yep.
All right, under center, Garza. The ball's fumbled. The ball's out. Let's see who comes up with it. No one's pointing in any direction just yet.
A scrum underneath. I don't know how
there's a fight for that ball. I can promise you that. Cherokees have it.
Yes.
Cherokees have the football with 2 minutes to go in this football game. The ball is going to be setting at the 1-yard line. And Oak Ridge is arguing the call. They're trying to get players back away from the official. Wouldn't mind if he kept the argument up.
Yep.
Wow. Fumbled at the 1-yard line.
You want a chance, and here it is.
Have no idea who might have recovered that fumble.
I couldn't even tell.
Now, this is dangerous territory, folks.
They're pinning their ears back. Just throw it up.
Yep.
Let Luke Hensley go get it. Because they don't have anybody outside of 5 yards.
Gotta be quick. Moving Miller out now. Here's a high snap. They hand it to Miller. He fights forward, maybe has a couple of yards.
He wasn't even down. If he could have broke that tackle, he was gone.
It looked like he's getting out close to about the 3 or 4 yard line, although that doesn't look where that's the official has it marked. We'll call it the 3, so a pickup of 2. Clock at 1:40. Only one timeout for McMahon. Remember, a field goal wins this game. Back to pass, Hester. Now he's got to roll out. He's going to roll to the left side. He's got some running room. He's over the 10 to the 12.
That's a flag. That is a flag. Come on.
Yep, they're not going to call that. He tried to hold. He kind of pushed him, but tried to hold him up as well. And they are talking about something down there. The official, is there a flag down somewhere else? Nope, they're gonna call, I think, a hold on the defense.
I thought so. One, Rogers had a hold of Hensley out here on the outside. He was trying to set a block, and you could see Hensley's jersey coming.
The ball went out of bounds at the 13, so it was going to be a first down with the Hester scramble. Now it's moved up to the 23. Another first down. 1st and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line. 1:29 to go. Hester back to pass again. Here they come. Trying the screen to Jaden Miller, but he's brought down at the 25-yard line. Only a gain of 2. Got to get back on the football quickly. Miller stays down this time. So there is an injury. Miller is down. Now he's helped up by the trainer. Obviously not 100%.
Definitely not.
He is playing hurt. If you ever want to see a picture of somebody playing hurt, it's Miller right now. He's struggling just to make some plays in there. Cody Thompson comes in. It's 2nd down and 8. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Now Hester going to scramble. He's going to look for a receiver downfield. He's got Grady Prince. Grady Prince is met hard, but he's got the first down. And he's also right back up. So it's complete over the 35-yard line. They'll mark it at the 37-yard line.
Got to keep going.
Hester rolls to his left looking for a receiver. He could run again. Now he dumps it off, and Cole Pryor is there. Cole Pryor's going to have it and pushed out of bounds at about the 44.
Pass complete to Pryor, goes out of bounds.
And that one, just kind of pick up what you can get right there.
Remember, they have one timeout left, 43 seconds to go.
That's one of those you want to kind of hold it in your pocket and maybe get the field goal unit on.
Yep. You want to try to save it if you can. Throw those out passes. It's just fine by me. Hester. And they throw it to Pryor, and that's got to be something.
Yes.
There's the flag. They took him down by his neck, and it's got to be either a face mask or a horse collar or just a straight-up personal foul.
That's got to be an automatic first down.
Yeah, I would think so. So the flag is at the 42-yard line, and everybody gets a little bit of a breather here.
Personal foul. Face mask.
That's going to be 15 yards, and we're inching closer.
Personal foul against the Wildcat. First down.
What a game we got going here. So that's going to move it inside to the 44-yard line of Oak Ridge, and 1st and 10. 36 seconds. Need to get it snapped. Here's a fake to Hensley. It's thrown to Jaden Miller on the sideline. It's complete. He's going to be out at the 35-yard line, and he's out of bounds. 30 seconds to go. Wow.
Great read right there. And I like that rolling Miller out and letting him get back there. Down there is a wide out.
Miller playing hurt, but he's in there. Clock stopped at 30 seconds, and now Oak Ridge wants to regroup. Oak Ridge wants to regroup now with 30 seconds to go. Oak Ridge leading this game 13-12. We're going to keep it right here. This crowd is standing up. Everybody's into this right now, and we've got a great finish here.
It's playoff football, and it's coming down to the wire. You've got a chance to, you definitely want to be in a comfort zone, especially as Spencer kind of, struggled with the one earlier. You definitely want to give him the comfort zone to knock this one through if that's your going. But knowing Coach Cagle, they're trying to punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, it's 2nd down and 1, by the way. 30 seconds to go. You got to be leery of Oak Ridge inching up on those quick out passes as well.
A little fake to that and hit somebody over the top would be outstanding.
You'd like to get another 10, 15 yards, I think, to really feel pretty comfortable with Sullins.
All right, crowd's got to calm down.
On a night like tonight. So here we go. They're stacked receivers to the left side, Smith and Hensley. I think Hensley might be getting this.
Rogers is right there on the line with them.
They've still got a lot of people in the box. They move Jaden Miller over. They hand it off to him right up the middle. He's going to have enough of the first down. He's inside the 35. Clock ticking, 22 seconds. They need to down this ball as quickly as we can. They line up, and that's what Hester does. Clock still running. The clock should have been stopped on the incomplete, but they're going to have to put a lot of time back on the clock. There's no question about that.
Yeah, they're going to get the first down.
They get the first down, first of all. And I'm not sure if the clock stops to move the chains in high school football, but it certainly stops when you throw the ball. And if they got the first down, it should have been stopped right there. It was never stopped. And that's a big-time clock issue. Wherever this ends, it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is setting on the 33-yard line of Oak Ridge.
And Coach Cagle, I don't think they're going to change the clock. He's losing the argument on this.
How can that not be the case? I mean, my goodness.
You hate to see that happen at your home stadium.
Let's see where we go here. Cherokee fans, I hope you can hear them through our microphones because they are.
There should be at least 6 more seconds.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, they're saying they're signaling up here to add 6 seconds. 6 seconds. So that needs to be the case. That's going to put us at about 17. They put it back to 15 seconds. I think it should have been maybe another second or two.
Well, that play started with 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And there's no way that was 15 seconds worth of. They're bringing the house.
McMinn has one timeout left. They'll have to use it after this play. You got to look for some positive yardage right here. Straight back to pass. Hester throws it outside. Miller makes a move down the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
That was a huge sidestep by Jaden Miller to free himself up.
Now they could run one play just to set it up wherever they wanted in the field, and it's going to come down to a Sullins kick. But you can't get caught running too much time here. 9.1 seconds. 9.1 seconds, and you have a timeout. I think Miller's going to run this up the middle.
They're bringing the house.
And it is to Miller, up the middle. He's going to go down, and now we're going to call a timeout. So the ball's going to be resting.
And that time the clock didn't run. Oh, man.
Well, let's just keep it right there. We'll run
Yeah.
another one. How about that? We got some clock problems, no doubt about that. The ball resting on the 22-yard line. Really, I don't think there was any gain on that play.
Oak Ridge fans booing.
I think it might be. Yeah, it really might be. But if they keep it at you called the timeout. Running another play. Kicking from the left hash. So this ball is going to be set up at the 40, maybe the 29-yard line. The 30-yard line or the 29-yard line. We'll see where they set up. They'll look for a good spot. So that's going to make it at least it's going to be a 39-yard field goal attempt. Here's an opportunity for Spencer Sullins, young man who's raised over $4,000. Yep. It's going to come down to one kick.
And it doesn't look like the wind is really blowing any direction.
Somewhere in this crowd, his parents are biting their nails, probably right below us.
Yeah, they're usually somewhere down right in front of us somewhere.
This is high school football at its best, folks. You got to keep them out of there. Hester into hold. Nobody has a timeout left. So Sullins, a big kick right here. They set it down on the 29. It's a 39-yard attempt. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is blocked. The kick is blocked by Oak Ridge, and that's going to end the football game. Unbelievable. Oak Ridge is going to win this football game 13-12. It was Elijah Rogers who gets in and blocks the kick. What a football game. Oak Ridge will advance to the third round of the playoffs. They'll play Powell, and McMinn County's season has ended.
Unfortunate ending there, and just that pressure that defense has had all night.
Yeah.
Not back there too quick.
We know, they had blocked an extra point, and now at the end of the game they blocked a field goal attempt of 39 yards. What a game, Jared.
It lived up to every bit of hype that we thought it would, and unfortunately just does not go the Cherokees' way here tonight. And it was one of those, plenty of breaks on both sides of the ball, just couldn't capitalize on a couple of them.
McMinn County's season ends in the second round versus Oak Ridge. The final score here, Oak Ridge 13, McMinn County 12. And, Jared, this is going to be an emotional gathering of the Cherokee family down there, players, coaches, and parents. It's always bittersweet, this last meeting, and especially the way this one ended. There's at least some talk of possibly getting these two teams together in the regular season on maybe a home and home series. Well, that would be something. But these two teams battle it out, seems like, every time they get together. Once again, just like a season ago, we go down to the last second of the football game. What a game.
It was. And unfortunately, it's one of those, it's it's hard to lose a game in the playoffs, and especially if you're a senior, it comes to an end. But even on your home field, it kind of hurts even worse, as Oak Ridge has got a lot of people celebrating, a lot of people that didn't even impact the game out there celebrating. And so it's but hats off to a hard-fought game from both teams. I mean, that was huge.
It was. So, folks, we're going to take a 2-minute break here. We'll come back to the stadium, and we'll talk through this second half of football, talk through the season just a little bit. We anticipate Coach Bo Cagle coming up here, but he's going to very likely spend a little extended time with his team, as well he should. And so we might even get into the stats earlier before he even gets up here. But the final score here at Cherokee Stadium, it's Oak Ridge 13, McMinn 12. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Getting a good night's sleep is essential to your quality of life. So your mattress is one
Whoever was on the field taking pictures, you dropped your phone. Miss Cobb has it on the 40-yard line.
You go back and look at those now. Those were big. 12-0. McMinn takes the lead 12-0, looking in pretty good shape. But Oak Ridge comes right back. They obviously make some adjustments as well on offense. They find some things that are successful, and they go on a 10-play drive that ends with 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Dozier gets a 2-yard touchdown run. The extra point is good by Pearson. It's 12-7. McMinn County then takes the ball. They are able to drive it to the Oak Ridge 49, but they choose to punt. It's a good decision. The punt goes down to the Oak Ridge 2-yard line. That's where they take over, and they drive the ball all the way to midfield before really one of the bigger plays of this game. As we get into the fourth quarter, there's an interception by Faulkner, who runs the ball down the right far sideline on the far side, the Oak Ridge side of the field. He is being chased by an Oak Ridge player from behind, as well as others that are trying to take an angle on him. There's a tackle made. Again, it's on the far side from us. We can't see exactly what was happening, but the ball gets knocked out at the end of that play. The ball's down. Oak Ridge comes up with it. They retain possession, and that seemed really to be the turning point of this game, at least from a momentum standpoint. Oak Ridge takes over at their own 26. and they're quick about it in 5 plays. And with 8:50 to go in the game, they get a 31-yard touchdown run by Dozier. Jared, that drive was as good as Dozier looked all night.
Yeah, it was, and they kind of relied heavily, more so on the backs in that second half, and it just kind of changed the tone of the way their offense played.
They go for 2, a little non-conventional. They don't line up and run an offensive play. They get in the set that it looks like they're going to just kick the extra point, but they bring a guy around, toss it back to him. He's unable to get into the end zone, though, for the 2-point conversion, and at that point, it's 13-12. McMinn County takes the ball. They run it, get it up to they get 1 first down up to their own 30-yard line, but 2 incomplete passes later, and they're going to have to punt. They do so. Oak Ridge takes the ball at their own 31-yard line. They go on an 11-play drive. They drive it all the way down to the 1-yard line, fumble the ball away. I'm not sure who came up with that.
I still don't know.
Yeah, it was in the middle of a pile. There was no way for us to see exactly who came up with that fumble. We'll have to find out later from the team. But McMinn County then is given one last opportunity to try and score. Remember, only down 1. They would just need a field goal. So they start at their own 1-yard line, and they're able to get a couple of first downs, once aided by a penalty as well. They would go on a 10-play drive with time running out. And by the way, had to fix the clock a couple of different times. And they would go all the way down to the Oak Ridge 22. That meant that the field goal would be set down at the 29-yard line, making it a 39-yard attempt. Unfortunately, the ball is set down. Elijah Rogers comes off the end, blocks the kick. The ball goes tumbling back towards midfield. Somebody got on it somewhere around the 40 or 35-yard line, but time had run out. So that would end McMinn County's season. Again, final score here, 13-12. And Coach Bo Cagle is making his way up here after spending some time with his team. We're going to talk about that. So right now we are going to take a 60-second break. We're going to take a 60-second break. When we come back, we will just, back at the station, we'll go ahead and move right in to the Southland Finance Locker Room Show. 60-second break.
Osmond's Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point and budget. They'll price match and beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond's Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
At Simmons Bank, community matters. Since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our community with empowered local leaders. I'm Shane Whalen, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
WJSQ WLAR's postgame coverage continues with the Locker Room Show, brought to you each week after the game by Southland Finance, Congress Parkway, Athens.
Welcome back to Cherokee Stadium. Again, the final score here, Oak Ridge 13, McMinn County 12, and we're joined by head coach Bo Cagle. And first of all, Coach, I just want to congratulate you on and your team on a fantastic year. And this team showed us one thing tonight and every game this season, they never quit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what a testament those guys going out there and you know, getting a fumble there late in the game and getting the ball down the field and having the opportunity to win that game. It's all you can ask for.
Yep.
You know, that's all you can do. It's all you can ask for. We knew it was going to be a heavyweight fight tonight. You know, it just, you know, just had the opportunity to win and just didn't come through.
Well, you're up 6-0 at the half, and you come out in the second half. Let's talk talk through the second half just a little bit. First of all, it looks like you come out and maybe you've made some adjustments, found some things that are going to work, and man, you're right down the field on a 5-play drive that ends with a 1-yard run by Hester, which is just that heavy package coming in there. I think Jaden Miller did most of the work there, but you found something that was working there to run the football.
Yeah, you know, and it's hard to find something with all those people up in there. You know, we adjusted our blocking scheme a little bit on the zone, and it popped up the middle. It popped several times there in the second half. You know, just not enough. You know, just not enough.
Well, they kind of do the same as well. You know, I mean, this is a good football team. They make adjustments themselves. They come out on their first drive. They take it at their own 20. They go on a 10-play drive. Dozier, with 5:22 to go in the third quarter, Dozier scores on a 2-yard run, and the extra point is good. It's a 12-7 ball game. And as we talked about leading into this game, it was going to be a fight. It was going to be physical. It was all of those things.
Yeah, we knew it. I mean, it's just you had to make plays. You had to make some plays, and you know, and the one thing that we had trouble with was getting behind the chains with penalties, and I mean that was absolute killer tonight. And just that yellow flag showed up at inopportune moments, and we couldn't overcome it.
A big play in the game was on the drive in the actually we had moved into the fourth quarter. Oak Ridge is driving. They throw the football. Faulkner comes up with another interception. 3 last week. He's streaking down the far sideline. He's being chased from behind, which is always dangerous, you know, if you're not aware of that, but also a couple of guys with angles. We can't see it, frankly, exactly what happened. It's on the far side of the field, but apparently a fumble there. And while it starts as a positive play for the Cherokees, you give it back up. They get the ball at their own 26. Momentum shifted some there towards Oak Ridge's side.
Well, and then, you know, we just relaxed a little bit on that first play and gave them all their dang yards back. You know, we had an opportunity there to even, you know, we were in their end of the field, get another stop and have an opportunity to score. But obviously, if you hold on to that one, that's a huge play in the game, and you know, gives us, you know, we were capitalizing off of turnovers, and that would have helped us.
That's true, and then they drive the ball then late in the fourth quarter. Man, what a finish. They drive from their own 31. They would go on an 11-play drive. They take it all the way down to the 1-yard line. It looks like they're going to push this thing in. The ball comes out. Somebody, I don't know if you know. We don't know.
It looked like Malachi jumped in there at the very end. Nunez, I'm not sure about that, but I thought he got in there and wrestled it away from Oak Ridge.
And then I think this team goes on a drive that flat out shows you who they are. They start at their own 1-yard line, a dangerous place to be, frankly, when the team's stacking the box on you. And they move the ball out for a first down. They get aided by a penalty. Time's ticking away. You've got 1 timeout left, and somehow – amazingly, you find a way to move the ball all the way down to the Oak Ridge 22-yard line and really set yourself up in a position that Solons can certainly kick it there.
Absolutely.
And you know, it doesn't end the way we want it to. They bring a guy off the edge and blocks it. But, man, I can only say great things about this team. So, let me ask you, and I know you can't go into great detail or anything, but it's always a bittersweet and special time when you meet with your team and parents and coaches that last time.
Yeah, and, you know, this team was special. It's a special team. I told them before the game that, you know, there's certain things that go into this, but I love them. I love this high school. I loved coaching them in football. They were a joy every day, and win or lose the game. That wasn't going to change. You know, and that there at the end, you know, we're out there talking, and we knew it was going to end. I mean, you've got that in your mind at some point. At some point, it's going to end. Sometimes it ends great. Sometimes it doesn't, and it didn't tonight. But if all I'm teaching you is about football, and that's all I've done the 4 years you've been here, or 3 or 2 or 1, the younger guys, then I've lost an opportunity to preach into you and to make you a man that you need to be. And they realize that, and it hurts. It hurts to lose, and I think it hurts more to the kids that they don't get to be around each other anymore. It's not, I tell them all the time, and, they get tired of me saying that when it ends, this team will never play football together again.
Yep.
And, it's tough. Those guys are great friends. They love being around each other. They love hanging out in the locker room. As much as they might hate me out there on the practice field sometimes, they love practicing and how much they'd give for one more day out there. But we know we've got a calling as coaches that it's not all about football.
Yeah.
There's going to be a winner and a loser on the scoreboard. It just happened to be a night when it's going to end our season. But everything else is the most important, and obviously that is not the most important. We just like it when it happens our way.
Let's talk about this team just as a group, these seniors. And we don't have to individualize these guys, but they're somewhere in like 38-10, 39-10, something like that. The last 3 years have advanced to the second round of the playoffs each year, and it's a special group. And I think their winning percentage is going to fall somewhere around 78, 79%, almost winning 8 of 10 games. It's a special group.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and on top of that, the leadership that comes from that locker room, from this senior group, and the legacy that they've left for their younger players.
Yeah.
I think that all of those things still occur without that winning percentage.
Yeah.
Winning and losing is arbitrary. Sometimes you're better than other teams, sometimes you're not. Sometimes the ball bounces your way, sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
We have to play regardless of all those things the same way all the time, and that's what they've left with them. And then the leadership to go out here and fight to the very end of those games, and then to be at FCA on Friday mornings, and then to lead them in their own studies, and those things that just build a legacy that you can't measure with winning percentages. The winning is a great part of it. It's a great part of it, but they've got legacies other than that they're leaving here that will bold big things for McMinn County Cherokees in the future.
And the last thing I would say about tonight's game, there was no question in just watching. You had guys banged up out there.
Oh, man.
And they would come off, and then 2 plays they were back on, and then they were off, and then 2 plays. They wanted to be in there so bad, but they were so banged up that they competed to the very end.
That's right. I say it all the time. Our McMinn County football players are just different. They are. We expect them to play hurt. We expect them to fight through pain. We expect them to show up for their teammates. We expect all that stuff from them. It'll start here in about 2 weeks in the weight room when they know they're going to hurt and they know it's not going to be fun. And then it'll build all the way through the summer when it hurts. It hurts every day, and we know it's going to hurt. We expect the pain, and we fight through it. That's when you get teams like this at the very end of the game. They don't want to come out. They don't want to quit because they've been through all that pain, and this pain is a lot better than that pain.
All right, stay with us right here, Coach, if you don't mind. Just let us go through these stats, and then we'll get just a final comment or two.
I don't know if I want to hear these or not.
So let's
Oak
go through this.
Oak Ridge had 199 yards on the ground on 36 carries, averaging 5.5 yards a carry, 151 yards in the air on 10 completions, 350 yards for the game. Fumbled the ball once, losing it. Penalized 11 times, 110 yards. Punted 5 times for a 38.8-yard average. Leading rusher was DeJuvius Dozer, 16 carries, 119 yards, followed by Jai Hunley for 13 carries, 67 yards. Ethan Garza was 10 of 24 in the air, 2 interceptions, 151 yards. Leading receiver was Dozer again, 2 receptions for 41 yards. For our Cherokees, 187 yards on the ground on 31 carries, averaging 6 yards a carry, 57 yards in the air on 8 receptions, 244 yards for the game. Penalized 8 times for 80 yards, punted the ball 6 times for 42-yard average. Jaden Miller, 16 carries, 166 yards. Caden Hester, 10 for 16. Cody Thompson, 5 for 5. Caden was 8 of 17 in the air, no interceptions, 57 yards. Leading receiver was Jaden Miller, 4 receptions, 30 yards. Followed by Grady Prince, 1 for 12, Luke Hensley, 1 for 5, Dakota Thompson, 1 for 4, and Cole Pryor, 1 for 6.
Well, Coach, that wraps it up with our statistics. I just want to say a final word of thanks to you We appreciate as McMinn County's broadcast team for you taking time just to even come up here after games, for all the time you take for me to record Coach's Bench and all that, because what you have to say means so much to our broadcast and our community. They want to hear from you. But I just appreciate all your time, and I congratulate you on a fantastic season.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I enjoy doing this. It's part of it. You know, I've been doing it. This is the end of the 16th year, and I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing this. If I wasn't coming up and doing the radio show and getting to come up here and talk to you guys after games, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy what I do. I really enjoy what I do. So don't think of it as work at all. It's a fun job, and I enjoy it even with the losses sometimes.
I got you. Well, congratulations on a great year. Let me get Terry Stansel back in here. We'll let Coach Cagle get back to his team there. Guys, I want to say the same to you guys. You guys are the best, man. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you make my job super easy. It's been a great, exciting season, and I've enjoyed just covering this team and bringing it to our community. And I want you guys just to share what you want to share before we wrap up here. Terry Stansel.
I concur with what Bo says. Bo is doing what he loves to do, and you can see that on the field.
Yep.
You can see that in the players, and it sure is. I've always said I love high school football. I didn't play, but man, I sure love it because it's just pure athletic kids playing hard with their heart, and it's fun hanging out with you guys. We do have a lot of fun. We do act like a bunch of teenagers sometimes, and that's fun.
And we share a few, break bread some together.
Yes, we do have some
good
meals together, and it's awesome.
Hard to when you got so many home games, but I'll take home games over road games any day.
Next year may be different.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Jared.
Hats off to this team. I mean, you kind of threw out the stats of what this senior class has done, and they put it all out there on the field. Still gave a chance, and it took all of them out there coming in and out, whether they were hurt or not, playing to the end, and just giving yourself an opportunity. A lot of teams, after the way Oak Ridge had responded, I think would have been down, but these guys have never quit, and there's still a few of them out there on the field. I want to say hats off to those guys, and I mean, that's always tough. I know Terry, I'm the same way. I wish I would have played high school football, but one thing that I know McMinn used to do, I don't know that they do it anymore, is the senior walk.
Yeah, I miss that. I'd
love to see them do that again, because it's hard for these guys to walk off the field the final time. But hats off to these guys. They've sure given us and these fans a lot of memories that we're going to be talking about for years to come. Definitely up there in the books of lore of Cherokee football.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up. I'll say one final thank you to the guys back at the station. Will Fletcher was spot on, and we appreciate all the work you've done there on the board, Will. I sure hope you're listening. I'm sure you're listening.
Hopefully he'll be with me for basketball, so we'll see.
Dan
Him
Fletcher,
Handsome
Dan back at the station, who I email all of our coaches bench and recordings, and he gets those things ready for us, and everyone else there at the stadium. Of course, Randy Sliger, and he is recovering from his illness. We wish you the very, very best, Randy, for sure. Now,
and all of our sponsors. That's
absolutely. Couldn't do it without those sponsors that work with WJSQ, WLAR. And just want to remind you one more time that Jared Wright, I'll be turning things over to him. He's the voice of the Cherokees for McMinn County basketball, so he's going to be, I'm sure, getting out some information on what games you'll be covering and those things. But meet the Cherokees tomorrow night. Tell us one more time.
6:30 is our plan to go on air, but 4:30 come out and eat all-you-can-eat pizza for $5, and it'll start in the gym about 6 o'clock and go all the way to roughly 8:30.
So you're going to see our teams practicing, going through some drills. You're going to see an alumni game.
Yep, three-point shooting contest, things like that.
That's going to be good.
It's going to be a great way to maybe kind of snap and get into basketball season out of football season. So we'd love to have y'all out there or just tuning in. So
well, that's gonna be a wrap here at Cherokee Stadium tonight. It's going to be a wrap on our football season for 2022. Thank you for joining us all year long, and we'll look forward to being back next season with you. Good night.
When you need money for your fall home improvement projects, call Terry or Miranda.
Reminding you about an upcoming deadline. Search McMinn County Schools in the App Store or Play Store to explore the app for yourself. It's everything McMinn Schools in your pocket.
Here we go. Give it up.